You're Gucci.
Dang, we got to see that ass.
I put 22. I don't remember if that's the number or not.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thanks for turning around when you
Do you
got
always
up.
sit down like that, Zen?
His
Did I sit
chair
down
was
weird?
twisted the other way.
It was. Thank you, John. Jesus Christ.
You just
Someone's
let us
in my
know whenever
corner.
we're good to go, Dave.
I'm good.
Okay. So, last session, you guys reunited with Aaron, who told you to go rescue Vanessa, the person who got one eye stomped out, not both. You did some sleuthing and found out that there are these various, for lack of a better word, slave-holding pens that were spread throughout the city that the Mafia were running. You found one of them, found Vanessa in that one. You also found somebody that had been set up as your connection for a guide in the Underdark named Sefton, who is gorgeous, and I forgot to give him an accent, but he has an accent. He's got gorgeous wavy brown hair and dark metal armor with mysterious glowing purplish blue book. He told you guys that Alwyn had hired him to be your kind of in-between for a guide, and then you guys went to talk to Alwyn, hashed some things out, found some things out, and you got Daddy's phone number.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are entering as you guys are leaving Claywall. You see the same two guards that you always see out there. One of them's picking his nose, the other one's just kind of idly staring at clouds, trying to make out what the shapes are.
So what are we doing as we're leaving? That's the task.
Yep. I mean, Sefton's right there with you. He's just kind of like looking around at the party. It's like, so.
Are we rested up? We're rested up, right?
I believe
I am.
you are, yeah. Actually,
I have used 2 spell slots.
yeah, not everybody's rested up because you guys came from the
Yeah.
slave pen, so you still need to take a long rest.
Okay, so first things first. We sleep.
Food first?
Do we remember what time it is? Not in real life. Is it
It's kind of like late afternoon at this point.
Okay.
It's not quite evening for something like that. Sefton looks at you all and says, well, if you're concerned about food, we could go and grab some now, and then we could hit the road after.
Personally, I need to sleep before we go on any sort of crazy adventure. Presumably, this is something that neither, at least any of us, Sefton, you have been down there, but none of us have ever been to the Underdark before, so we should probably be full bellies and full tank of gas before we leave.
So you would like to sleep in the city. Speed is not an issue at this point.
Speed is always an issue, but I think a good night's rest will be more beneficial than expediency at this point.
Trust me, a sleepy Cassian's much worse than anything we're going to catch down.
Right. So you guys are pretty familiar with the city at this point. Where do you want to bed down? Do you want to go back to Mineweaver's Den? There's some luxury hotels that you guys could absolutely afford.
No.
My only question was, I wanted to make some armor, but I know that takes a while, so I wasn't sure how to incorporate that.
Making armor would be unrealistic to do in
Yeah.
an evening or something. You would need some set aside time to do that.
Can you commission an armor piece from somebody?
You can.
I'm just assuming it costs extra.
No, it doesn't really cost extra. Usually armor has to be fitted to you, typically. If you're getting like stock armor, it's a little less expensive, but doesn't have that character, that custom fit feel. So usually people who can afford armor commission it in the first place.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay.
So, if you would like to go and commission a piece, you're more than welcome to.
How much is a shield?
That is a good question. Let me look that up for you. I believe it would be in the realm of 20 gold. That might be a little expensive.
20? Really?
It's probably less. I'm looking it up now, but
Well,
I would say definitely not more than 20.
Huh. I don't know. I thought it'd be more. Well, particularly the Sentinel shield was what I was looking to try to get. Yeah.
Sentinel shield is a magic item. You'd have to
Yes.
make that.
Yes.
That is not.
Yes.
But you're looking to acquire a shield in order to turn one into a sentinel shield, I assume?
I have a shield.
Okay.
Oh, but yeah, I was looking to do that before we went on adventure, but I know with the timing of the campaign, it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are kind of at a point right now where you're in a city that you're familiar with. There's no extreme time crunch, unless if you guys want to put one on yourselves. So, if you wanted to take some downtime to get that made, you're more than welcome to. But
I mean,
you'd
that's
have
just
to.
me.
The party would have to be okay with it as a whole.
Yeah.
We
Exactly.
could do that and look into what's going on with the mob in the city in the meantime.
We could investigate.
Okay.
Let's just fuck up Jacob's whole plan for tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to message you about it earlier, Jacob. I'm like, I've been
Well,
meaning
you
to do this
should
for
have.
like a while.
I have this whole Underdark thing prepared. It's like, let's go to the Mafia.
I mean,
Guys,
Alright.
actually, let's go back to Norhaven.
You know what? I want to.
could just commission it and come back to it later, kind of a thing.
Y'all can do whatever you want to
You
do.
can do
Don't
it.
let
We just go
Jacob
and take all
deter
of our
you.
hundreds of gold and stay in the same bar for the next like 4 sessions.
I mean,
I have
Just
have
get
something.
fucking blitz.
Don't let
I'm
Jacob's
down.
autism make you change your choice.
You're more than welcome to do this. It's fine. Commissioning a magical piece could be done, but it would be expensive without you actually being part of the process. That's up to you.
I think I would
you-
still need Tony's help for a lot of this, because smithing.
Or
The
Cassie.
services aren't free.
That's true.
Oh. I mean, I've been saving up a good bit of money, so I was hoping to sometime make stuff, but we don't have to do it now. It's not that big of a deal.
You might get something better in the Underdark. You never know.
Sentinel Shield is pretty specific. It's something that he wanted for his character for a while now. I'm gonna say let's Elmo this. You guys are gonna stay. He's gonna make his shield. Vicar, and you can make any poisons you want to at this time.
Yep.
If you had anything in mind for that, do you guys know what you need to roll? All your shizzes.
I will do that. So
While you guys are doing that, because that's going to take some time to figure out, I'll come back to you in a minute. But just, you can do all your rolls. If you have questions, you can wait, and then I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
During this, I'm going to say several week process, because it's a Sentinel Shield. They're pretty rare. Tony, you are kind of inquiring more into this whole... Oh wait, no, the Mafia, that's Vickers' thing. Never mind. Yeah, you guys can all
Yep.
just chill. For the most part.
Words.
Unless if you have anything that you guys wanted to do, like any carousing or anything like that. Because it's going to be a couple of weeks while they're doing shit. You can kind of boost your name in Penting if you wanted to.
Where did we save the carousing item article?
It is in downtime activities.
is this a
and-
flat D20 roll here? I can't remember for crafting. No, it can't be.
Uncommon.
I don't see the.
Where's the zip file? Hang on, it's in important and useful.
I
links.
have it up.
It's in Discord under useful links, I think.
Yeah.
I have it up.
Or is
I
that the
just
n-
I'm not seeing where we extraction, harvesting check, extraction assessment. I see.
Is that the old one? Wait, is that the new one though?
Yeah, I think this is the new one. I deleted the old one.
In Discord.
And then I see selling a harvested item, and then when it goes to crafting an item, it just says enchanting check. Hello?
Hello? Who's that?
Oh,
I
Hey,
clicked
Tony.
the wrong thing.
I
What
thought I
an
was getting
idiot.
moved.
Hit
like,
Alt
goddamn.
F4. He didn't mean to.
Okay.
Wait, so how long are we gonna be here for?
3
It depends on the rarity of the Sentinel Shield. I don't remember offhand.
uncommon.
How rare it is.
Uncommon. So it's not that bad.
What is happening?
I don't want
I'm
to
done.
say we
Yeah.
shouldn't make the shield, but I know Kazer's feeling like a strong desire to go down. I don't know if we like ever tried about it fully, but like
He's
the
urgent.
message we figured out is that like my people need help, and I think it's in the Underdark. So
urgent.
pretty eager to get down there, honestly.
You have a raging clue, some might say.
Yeah, like a week's one thing, but I don't know if we're planning on spending fucking 6 months here or like 6 weeks here just beating on a shield.
Uncommon
I don't
is
think that's
2
the
weeks
case.
with a 1d6 times 100 gold cost. What the fuck's the d6?
So would Kazir be willing to wait for 2 weeks? Is the question.
I guess if that's what like I'm not gonna go alone because I'll die. But like
Mhm.
yeah.
Speak your mind, Kazir. Speak your
At
mind.
this time,
it-
I grabbed wormwood whiskey out of my bag and handed it to Cassie, and I was like,
I do feel like crafting the shield isn't gonna save more lives than it will cost, but again, I can't go alone.
What if I told you it made our hardest player to hit even harder to hit?
Look, out of game, craft the shield, hell yeah. But in game,
Yeah,
he's
I got you.
raging.
like you're crafting a shield and my people are dying.
I can't find.
That's a big reason. Not one that
Well,
I care about though. Let's craft this fucking shield, baby. Just kidding. Let's go Underdark. Let's go.
I want to carouse.
Casting ability modifier. Plus proficiency
Okay.
bonus.
I'm just trying to find.
So 2 weeks for carousing. It should be in Xanathar's guide, if I remember.
Yeah.
correctly.
So middle class carousing complications, like these complications, I need to take that into consideration or no?
Yes, you do. At one point, I was gonna remake the carousing structure, but it takes time, and I don't have a lot of that lately. So
Is carousing specifically to Tony's character?
no, it's for the whole party. So he
No,
can,
it's like, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, he can basically just boost you guys from the shadows of conversation in different rankings of society.
Huh.
So
Oh, that's in downtime activity. I see now.
Okay, well it doesn't.
Where do you see that? Because I
Uh,
can't find that. Is it on the website or in a
It's
document?
in the book online.
Okay, so on the website. All right, that's what I have.
Yeah.
I thought we had something that Jacob sent us.
don't think
you
so.
do. It's in
3, 4.
it's in one of these things. I can't remember which.
Neither can I.
Getting
But I have the website pulled up.
Is it in harvesting and crafting guilds or dropping to 0 HP recovery and death? It's not in any of those.
No, it was one of those little links as like for something.
Hell yeah.
I don't remember. Good. Did you find the link for poisons, Vicar?
I figured it out. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be adding to my roll, but my raw roll was good enough for success, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, we have to go over that. We also have to give you your personal sessions for to test out your character.
Oh yeah. I actually
haven't
totally
forgotten
forgot
about
about that. Thank you.
I haven't forgotten
job.
about it. I was just trying to think of something that might be fun to do.
Can someone
I just-
drop the link to the correct carousing thing? Because I'm
I
seeing
got
a
you.
lot of conflicting.
In general.
Jacob.
Yes.
During this time, could I just go to like the church guild and like churches around Penting and just volunteer my time and also donate?
Yeah, that's the downtime activity you want to do.
All right, so that will be
Wait,
You were
we
just
haven't decided. We haven't decided if we're doing downtime because Kazir made a pretty compelling argument. You know, like his family's dying.
He's raging.
No, nobody likes his family. We're good.
That does seem to be the situation here.
Damn.
I'm not about to start doing downtime shit if Kazir's all hot and bothered about going. I'm trying to hear that we took a fucking oath to this family, boys.
True. Okay, so we need to Elmo the hell out of this. What are you doing? Are you staying or are you going? Because there's several people here that are already in stages of trying to figure out what they want to do.
Like,
You guys-
I'll just like stand up in front of the group and I'll say, "Look, I know we all have things we want to do here, but we've been roaming around almost without a goal for a while now, and I need to get to the Underdark. I can't do it without all of you. So if you won't come, then I have to stay. But I think it's really important we head down there with haste.
I
One
mean,
night's one thing, 2 weeks is another."
let me get some rest, and I'm following you, buddy.
You never left my side so far. I'm not leaving yours now.
That's 3 votes to stay. What did the other 2 say? Or the other 3 say?
You all know my personal dealings with the Underdark. That's my main priority.
Alright. Looks like you're going. Sorry, guys.
Well, I
Yep.
only need
Thank you.
a long rest anyways to craft a poison, right?
I'm so special. Look at me.
I'm
So-
sorry, Kai. We'll get you a shield as
Doesn't
soon
affect
as we're
me
back.
at all.
And that's okay. I have 1,900 gold, and I've just been saving for a while to make something. And I
My
haven't
man,
been able to make something.
heavy.
I'm like, God, I just want to make one thing.
Maybe
You
you
should
should make a
deposit
shield.
that in your
Vickers'
bank.
paws start vibrating. Vickers like jostulating over in the corner.
Yep.
1,900
I literally have
gold.
to take the gloves off because they're so uncomfortable to wear.
Makes a really nice vibrator whenever you
Yeah.
need it, though.
Holy.
Yeah.
I was actually
For your
gonna talk
bird-
about that.
For your bird
I-
clitoris.
I put the gloves in my back pocket.
But Tony, you left and
Mhm.
came back, and now your screen is weird.
Could you? Yeah, you have to turn your camera back on.
Or at least the
Ah.
background.
No, you're good. I hit the button again.
Wait,
What an
Kai, you
idiot.
have 1,900 gold?
You gonna share or?
Oh.
How did you end up with all that cash? I'm pretty sure we've been together for like.
You
2
see,
years
Kaz
at
are
this
like visibly like checking his pockets. Like,
How much do you have? You should
not
have close to that.
much. No, like.
I've spent like no
700.
money.
No way you have 700. Yeah, I mean, I guess I've crafted a few things, so I would be close to Kai if I hadn't
I haven't
crafted any
crafted-
poisons.
I haven't crafted anything. What did I even buy?
What the fuck
That's
are
why
you
I'm
doing
confused. I
then,
was like,
man?
Nothing.
You
You
bought the
take all
glamour
of them?
weave. You bought the glamour weave at one point. The magical robe that allows you to change your. I'm pretty sure you did it.
That was like in session 1.
No, I think you
What
saw it
session
in
did
session
Kai
one.
kill that homeless man? Because it was that session.
Like
That
3,
might have
session
been
3.
session
That
one.
was,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
very early.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. It
All
was,
right, well, looks like we're going to the Underdark, but we're
Yes.
having a nap first here because I need
Yeah.
to wash that pig pen stench off of me.
So you guys all have a. Oh wait, where are you? You sleeping like aristocratic?
No, I'm
kinda-
going to the
I'm
road.
sleeping free and friendly.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
wounded rogue.
All right, you guys make your way there. Have a free nap, but you have to pay for your meal. And in the morning, you make your
I
way
make a
out.
walk.
Oh,
How much is the meal?
1,800.
One silver.
Call it 1 silver for like a basic meal. If you want a really nice meal and a drink or 2, call it a gold piece.
Whoops, that's
guys-
bad.
Get up in the morning, and Sefton is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed already, up before most of you guys. He's like, so
He's ready.
I think it is time to go. Yes. Is everybody
Sefton,
ready?
Sefton, you know, if you started an only patrons, you would be fucking loaded, buddy.
I don't know what this is.
You'll find out one day.
When you do, you'll be a rich man. But for now, let's go.
All right. And he leads you guys out of the city, down. You know where I said before he was kind of like heading south. Last time you guys heard south west. He's taking you to that exit, and then as you guys walk, a couple of days travel go by. Fairly uneventful. I would say use 4 days worth of rations, if you have rations.
Wait. I thought Newmont was gonna help us out with this.
We're
Oh,
going
yeah, that's
underground,
right.
aren't we? Or is it
Yeah, I
4
can
days
hunt some
travel
rabbits.
out to the spot?
It's
Weapons?
4 days travel to get to where you're going. But I'm going
I
to say,
see.
Newmont, do a survival / nature check for me, whichever you better for you.
Go get us some bacon.
Ooh, 13.
13. It's like you guys are a little hungry, but you're not starving at all. He got you some food, and it has a flavor.
Sorry, guys,
I'll
I'm
eat
feeling
a
a little off
ration.
of my game. I missed some shots.
It's hard.
Mhm.
To be fair, it's hard to get food for a party of 7. You know, that's going to actually sustainably feed 7 people.
I would say.
I
8
feed
pounds
Sefton
bacon.
last.
You see Sefton when he has this one tiny little rabbit's leg. He just kind of eats it and then pulls a ration out of his bag as he's taking his rations as well. So on
Thanks,
the
Newmont.
After the fourth night, on the fifth day, around noon, he takes you to this cave that's in the wall. And it's fairly large. And then he lights a torch and says, "Well, this is the place where I started to mine. And this is where I found the entrance." And he just leads you in. You guys start walking further and further down.
While we're walking, I'd like to ask him about any dangers that we should be aware of.
The Underdark is a very dangerous place. I have not explored much of it at all, and what I have explored has only been surface level knowledge. I have come across there are drow occasionally, which is scary. They are not friendly, and given the chance, they will try to kill you or worse.
So no negotiation?
Not to say that there is no negotiation, but I would be very, very careful when it comes to negotiation. The same goes for pretty much anything that's down here that has sentient life. They are not, in my experience, and I'm not racist, but they are not friendly people, generally speaking. The one exception I would say potentially are deep gnomes, but even then they can be a bit conniving. So be on your guard for everything. Your guide is a little bit off-putting, but she has a fierce hatred for the drow. So she will try to protect you as best as she can, and she has been handsomely paid by Alwyn. So you do not need to fear her. That would be, I wouldn't say trust her, but she's the one person that you do not really have to be super skeptical about upfront. And he's telling you all this as he's leading you down further and further. You walk for what feels like ages, and it gets to be about nighttime, and you guys bunker down for the night again. Newmont,
Yes.
are you cool with catching bugs for everybody to eat? Because that's pretty much all that's down here.
I hate it.
Do these bugs look the same as in the wilderness above?
Yeah, centipedes, spiders, millipedes, cave crickets.
Yeah, I can make a nasty bug soup.
I don't want to eat
Alright.
bugs.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a survival check for me. Try
What do you think's in Uck's soup?
know,
That
I've
would
never eaten
be a 14.
You're lucky.
14. All right. Yeah, you definitely have enough to feed everybody. I want you to do... What would a cooking check be? I'm curious. Let's call it another survival check.
Mhm.
All
See how
right.
good the food tastes.
22.
22.
Those
Fortunately,
are the best
you remember...
bugs I've
Shit
ever
out of
eaten.
it, my boy.
You remembered...
Flarping.
You remembered to bring a lot of seasoning with you, and you have just the perfect amount of oil left in one of your flasks to heat up some of the flour that you have from before for one of your cooking supplies. You throw together a whole thing of fried bugs. If you've ever had like a fried cricket before, they're actually not too bad. And the ones Newmont makes, excellent if anyone wants to have any.
Newmont, I've eaten a
As
lot
I'm
of bugs
kinda
in my
making this
day, and
soup-
these are delicious.
Best fried crickets in the whole Underdark.
As I'm making this soup, I just go, I once learned that you could pick coffee beans from monkey's poop, and they taste
Oh.
pretty good as well.
I'm gonna
That's
eat another
disheartening.
ration.
I wasn't going to, but he will try it.
Yeah, Sefton also eats a ration with you. So he's
Wow.
More for
looking-
me.
Yeah. It's a delicious meal for anyone who has this cricket concoction.
Ugh.
And you guys bunker down for the night. Sefton, as everybody's getting ready for bed, says, "I think it would be a good idea to have guards while you're down here. Working in shifts is important in a place like this."
I'll take the first one.
Okay.
After you, Dumont.
Did you
How
say?
much-
I'm sorry. Working in shifts or working in pairs? I'm sorry.
Pairs, usually.
We're working in some kind of shifts. At least have one person on lookout. But I do not have good eyesight in the dark, so
I'll do one.
I can't see shit down here.
Right?
it's a bit difficult for people like us.
How many do we need?
I would have at least one person. Two is better than one, but
Well, how many shifts do we need?
oh, well, it depends. Some of you are elves, it looks like. So I mean,
Yeah,
Those
they
would
can
cover
split
it.
Yeah, me and Kazar could. We only need 4 hours of
Or-
meditation.
Yeah, we could do 4 hours of watch each, and then maybe if all of you guys do 2 hours, have 2.
okay, yeah, that's fine with me. All right. So you guys, I'm gonna need everybody to roll a perception check because the shift split is kind of weird here.
Perception check.
Perception.
Is it weird? I always forget dice.
I got
some
a
reason.
21.
Josh, red or blue?
Blue.
Okay.
If we don't have dark vision, are we at disadvantage?
Yes. If you don't
Nice.
have dark vision, it's disadvantage.
I got. Oh, just kidding. I'm gonna be in my symbiote form since I'm quote unquote at home in the Underdark.
All right.
So I'll have. What is it? Dark vision plus.
Gonna explain that one to Sefton.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that once you activate this form, Seth goes, "What in the fuck is that?" And he draws his pickaxe in one hand and his sword in the other, and he looks like visibly frightened of you in this moment.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I just say, "And you thought the crickets were off-putting?"
And
I
Sinek's
just-
just gonna wave his finger and be like, "Friend, not foe," and then kind of creep off into the darkness.
Yeah.
Cassie's gonna sprint up to Sefton. Run! Run! He's gonna take
You roll an intimidation check. I'm gonna say roll it with advantage because of
My perception, by the way, was a dirty 20.
Are we doing intimidation? Is that happening?
yeah. Cassian, roll to intimidate him.
Oh.
See if he actually starts to run away or not.
First one was a natural 1, so the second one was 18 plus 6.
Yeah, he starts to run away a little bit. Like he's visibly scared. He had one person say it's all fine, then this monster walked off into the darkness, and then you come up saying run away. So he's
He's just, like,
beginning
looking
to
back.
run.
Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
He after a little while realizes no one else is running and no one else is scared, and he kind of gets clued in as to this is sort of like a thing that you guys have. And he makes his way back, and he's like, "What is going on here?"
How was your jog? Cassian's a big proponent of physical fitness.
That is true.
He looks unamused and goes to bed.
Meanwhile, Cassian's like smoking a pipe and pouring himself liquor. Like, yeah, physical fitness. is Great.
Yeah.
Big circles under his eyes. All right. So everybody, give me your perception checks, please.
Oh, wait.
21.
I got a 5.
17.
20.
30-20.
Wow, dirty 20 with disadvantage is crazy.
15 and an 18. I got lucky.
No.
Yeah.
Are those new dice?
They
No.
are, but they're not picking up. They're so
I
sick.
steal.
Yeah, not really though.
Kai, what did you get?
I was trying to remember if I had a
Take a
potion
picture
to
of them
give
and
me
post it.
not
Yeah, I'm doing
advantage,
that.
but no, I got an 8. Because I got,
Got Nate.
disadvantage.
I mean, it's balanced enough that you guys
Yeah.
make it through the night. You hear things that go bump in the night, but they seem to be going much deeper into the cave. As long as you guys are quiet, there's nothing that really seems to be making its way towards you.
Roll stealth for snoring.
That's what I was like, Sky's a snorer.
Yeah, anyone who is a snorer will have to roll for stealth, but I'm not going to say who's the snorers of the group. So
Elves don't snore.
Vicar, do I snore?
Elves don't snore.
I don't think so.
Is that an eye?
Yeah, there's an eye in it.
That's
How sick
dope.
is that?
No, I
Where'd you
like
post
those
it? Oh, nice.
in general.
So you make it through the
Oh,
night.
sick.
No
That's really cool.
interactions. You are all well rested, and I'm going to say there's enough. 22 is a really high roll, so there's enough left over for breakfast as well for those who want breakfast. And keep track of
Man.
your rations too, because you're using them.
Mhm.
It's one ration per day though, so you're
Oh,
We eating bugs, baby.
Only when we're not eating bugs.
Yeah.
Not to make it more confusing, but I'm gonna do 2 for Kai because he's big.
Okay, that's fine.
To what?
So you guys start the day again, and you go walking for again about half a day before you start noticing any difference in this cave. You can see some clear signs of manual work that's been done here. It looks like someone has been striking this area with a pickaxe and clearing away some bits of debris. You can see scratches along the wall. And Sefton looks at you and says, "We are getting closer. We are getting much closer."
So
And
how
then
did you know where to dig?
I didn't. I just dig. I am. I.
Oh,
Where
you're
I
a digger.
Yes, where I came from, I was sort of like the village legend, so to say, because I would go into these caves and I would mine rare materials, and then I'd make items from them and sell them to the townspeople and defend the townspeople. And I've thought this would be a good cave to find things in, and it was so deep and so dark and so dense that I was drawn to it. It seemed like I would find something down here.
I've been there.
I don't know what you mean.
Only patrons. When we're done with this, check it out.
So you guys again are walking for another several hours with these marks, and you can tell that like he kind of was just chunking away little bits so he could get into places, but now it's getting more and more like human shaped. And then eventually he stops, and it's like one lane person at this point. Kai, you're stooped over, you're hunching your shoulders in. Like it's not been comfortable for you for the last several miles.
It's still comfortable, baby.
Yeah. you just hear a little click, clack, click, clack, click as Vickers like waddling side to side going by.
He has his wings out.
Stretched.
Eventually, Sefton stops and holds his hand up and goes, "Now this part is going to be a bit tricky, especially for you, my big friend. We're going spelunking."
Oh.
And he says that, and then he disappears. And you thought that he teleported or went invisible for a second, and you realize he jumped into a very small, human-sized hole that was just in front of him and slunk down. And then he goes, "You'll have to be a bit creative, I'm afraid, in terms of getting down here." And you hear it echoing from this cavernous area beneath this hole.
Bags off.
I'm gonna look at Kai and say, I don't know if it's dragon sized.
Good thing you got that hat.
It doesn't actually change anything.
No, it doesn't. It just makes him look different.
Wait. I got an idea.
Didn't I have those?
First off, everybody needs to take their bags off. I'm going to take my oil flask and rub it all over Kai.
Mm.
We're gonna oil you up,
just
baby.
Don't breathe. Don't breathe.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna jump in.
All right, everybody needs to make, except for Vicar, everybody needs to make a dex check. Kai was going to have to make it with disadvantage. Because of the oil, I'm going to say it's going to be a flat roll for Kai.
Are we going, is it not actually water? Are we going into water?
No. It's just a hole
Oh,
that
okay,
like
okay.
he mined
It's
up
just
till he
very
hit a
tight.
wall, and he saw an area beneath, so he went down there.
Okay.
Do you want me to consume the entire oil flask? It's 2 pounds.
Yeah, Kai's a big guy.
Okay.
I got a
Oil
nat 20
flask
on that.
is.
Nat 20. Yeah, you jumped down
Oh, I have 2 of them.
exactly like Sefton did. You just like arm straight in, leg straight, jump right down, and you hit this solid ground, and you're fine. You get out of the way.
Shit.
Joe or Kazur got a 7. Kazur,
Can I
you
use
get.
Mage Hand to like protect the back of my head from like a concussion or some shit?
I'm gonna say once you get stuck, you're kind of there, and you have enough movement in your hands and your arms that are only partially stuck to cast Mage Hands. So you do have a Mage Hand out, but you're still stuck.
Don't jump down.
Can I
guess.
go free him?
Yeah, that. I was gonna try and wriggle my way out of here like a worm.
Since
Roll
it's
an
easy
intelligence
for me.
Roll an intelligence check, Kazur.
21.
21. The way that you're positioned, you cast Mage Hand beneath you, and you're only a little bit stuck. A Mage Hand can pull up to 10 pounds. Maybe it could help try to pull you out from
Let's
the
do
other
that.
side.
Let's do that.
All right, roll an Arcana check for me to see if this is going to work or not.
24.
Yeah.
I'm burning the good rolls on this fucking tunnel.
more than enough, but your mage hand is able to assist you, and you even use it to kind of shift some of the rocks out of the way in front of you to try to make the descent a little bit easier. And you make
Perfect.
it down. All right. Who's next?
Sid's
I'll go.
down there, right?
Yeah.
Am.
All right. Cassian, go ahead.
I rolled an 18.
18. You make it down there, no problem.
I'm going last.
I'll
You
go
down there,
next.
Dumont.
All right. 24.
24. You make it look easy. Like, just straight up easy.
So what Kai's gonna do is gonna grab some rope from him, tie it around his waist, throw it down the hole, and be like, Sid, if I don't come down, pull me the fuck down.
All right.
It's gonna come down in 2 pieces.
So Kai's to go down with like one shoulder mostly in, so we can get one underarm to push himself down, and then he.
Okay.
You said roll acrobatics.
I said roll straight dex. Did everybody roll dex or acrobatics?
Dex.
That's fine.
Yeah, so just roll your dex.
18.
18. Don't need the rope. You kind of slide down. I mean, it's a little rough at points, but you can get down without too much of an issue. And Vicar gracefully just jaunts down, wings out, fluttering to the ground like a baby angel.
He's white.
A cherub.
Are we
Yes.
all down?
Everybody's down. You see that this is there's a winding cave network that's still very narrow, but it's like maybe a body and a half wide. You couldn't fit 2 people down a lane, but you can kind of walk throughout this little cavernous area.
I will just turn around and be like, so how were we planning on getting back up through that?
Oh, shit.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, I used magic last time, but
Really nice, Efton. Really nice.
yeah,
Nice touch.
Some guide. Some guide this one is.
my job is to get you down here, not to keep you alive."
You're doing a great job, my friend.
Well, when we do find our way out, we'll leave you a lovely review. Don't you worry.
I would hope that would be wonderful. Thank you. He doesn't get the sorry. Actually, you know what? Let me roll insight for this guy. See if he actually gets that or not. Yeah, no, he's got a high insight. He's like, that would be great. I mean, wait a minute. He kind of grimaces at you and then continues to walk down the path, leading you guys forward with a lit torch. The shadows cast in this cave are just wild with how it's winding back and forth. Kind of almost makes you sick if you're not used to it. You walk again like this for several miles, and you can tell there's a steady descent the entire time. You get just to this one little clearing around when you start to get really tired, and he goes, "All right, it's time for another rest." You guys rest, no issue if you have the same sleep schedule, but the noises that you hear are a little bit louder, and it's more like a loud whisper, like a wind rushing through. In the morning, get up, have your food, keep walking for another half a day, and then you end up in this much more open cave network. And there are caves that go everywhere, and you can feel the wind rushing past you and whipping past you. Obviously, what you were hearing before. It's not deafening by any means, but it's definitely a noticeable wind at this elevation.
Is the wind kind of random, or does it always go from one place to another?
It's a consistent flow from one place to another. And he says, I don't know, I haven't studied the entire cave network, but usually with caves like this, for some reason, if there's gaps and then narrow passages and whatnot, wind tends to rip through a certain way. I don't know too much about that.
Might be an opening somewhere.
He kind of pauses for a second and tries to get his bearings. He goes, "It was this way." Takes you guys, walks a couple hours, not a whole half a day, and you end up getting to this very creepy looking cave, covered in spider webs at the entrance. So, like, think Shelob's lair from Lord of the Rings.
Shit on my...
And he goes, we're here.
I don't like here.
Oh, you're going to love your guide.
Why are we here?
You're going to love her. She's
yes.
one of a kind, I will tell you that much. She gave me a very large fright the first time I saw her. It took a lot of convincing for her not to kill me right out of the bat.
It's Shealdred.
Delaria, I've brought your people to guide. You hear movement in this cave, like skittering, scullying, scattering, like a very, very large spider. And then you see this creature. Her upper body retains the graceful features of her drow heritage, with ebony skin, sharp crimson eyes, and long flowing silver hair. Below her slender waist form melds seamlessly into that of a giant spider with sleek jet black chitinous arachnid mess. Long spindly legs that scatter across rocky terrain with uncanny agility. She looks like
How
Bed of
did I
chaos.
why can I not paste it? I don't know why I can't paste that.
I'll work on it. Just keep going.
Okay. You
You
see
gotta
where
upload it. You can't paste pictures. You have to upload pictures.
Yeah, that sucks. You see where it is though, Josh, right?
No, I'll find it.
It's in getting to the Underdark, and locations Underdark, getting to the Underdark. She scuttles out and looks at you very curiously. Her head tilts like this as she observes you. She's on the ceiling, by the way. And then she scutters down the side to face you, and she's huge. Like her thorax area, where her waist starts, is about where Kai's head would be. So she's very tall. She looks down at you all, and you get a pretty nice perspective of the underboob area because she's not wearing any clothes.
Sick.
And the hair is kind of covering most of it, though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's the picture of her.
She has clothes.
has
That
three.
picture's not lore accurate.
I know. You can only do so much with AI without getting past the community guidelines. She looks at you and just says, "Playthings. How wonderful."
No, not playthings.
What'd you say? Playthings. Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Numa and loudly say, "Did you know that owlin are actually toxic to spiders?"
She looks at you, and you see a grin come across your face, and she just says, "I'll eat you last."
Let me roll for deception.
Go ahead and roll for deception.
Yes. We get a
Natural one.
Sid needs to roll
19.
to hide his boner.
A 19. She kind of, her legs creep in, and she gets down like real close to your face, leaning in as close as she can to you, Vicar, and goes, "Fun fact about my species: we can't be poisoned."
toxic, not poisonous.
Backtracking real quick.
I said toxic.
She goes back to her normal height and looks at Sefton and says, "I have already been paid half, the other half upon return." And he goes, "Yes, that was the deal. I have to go back now. You guys are in capable hands. Good luck. Don't die."
All 8 of them.
We'll miss you. I wish you were coming with us.
Fortunately, for my own, self-preservation, I do like to live, which means I do not test the boundaries of. I don't test them too much,
Wow,
Mhm.
you inspire confidence in me. Sefton.
No, you're going to do great. This is fine. You're going to be fine.
I like this guy.
He he waves to you guys goodbye, turns around and starts heading back the way that you guys came from. Delaria looks at you and just says, "Well, shall we begin?"
What was her name again?
Delaria.
Delaria.
I mean, depends on what we're beginning. What are we beginning?
Oh wait, no, I got the name wrong. But her name's Delaria now. I said it already.
I'm so curious what her other name was, but
Good
that's
name
fine.
for her.
Let me edit this picture so you guys can,
Oh yeah, does it say it in the name? Oh no,
No.
it's just a bunch of letters and numbers.
edit. I can't edit Josh's picture. Josh, can you edit it and add Delaria as the name, please?
Oh, what's the original
So
Dolores.
you. Fuck you. Um,
name?
Fuck, you threw me off. So, Delaria turns from you guys and begins to walk at a slow pace for her, but at you guys a walking pace further into the darkness of this cave. And like I said, the cave mouths have opened up more, and there's tunnels going everywhere. You could pretty easily get lost in here.
How's the lighting like in this cave? Is someone holding?
Oh,
Are we
pitch
holding
black.
torches or?
Pitch black, unless if you guys have torches, and that's up to you if you want to have torches on.
Does she have a torch with a fairy inside of it?
No, she does not.
Nice.
That's
But
good.
nice reference.
Nice. Kai whips out a torch and spits on it, and then lights it on fire.
Are you guys following
you
her?
cleaned the oil off of yourself, I'm assuming, in our last long rest.
I mean, I'd be fine either way.
Yeah.
Roll a dexterity saving throw as you light this fire.
Okay, I'm okay with this.
No, it's been like 2 long rests. There's no way that you didn't clean that off at this
No, that was all the same.
Yeah. It was
No,
fine.
I thought we had multiple long rests since at least one, possibly.
Oh yeah, no,
possibly
you're right.
2,
You're
yeah.
right. No,
One
you're
rest,
good.
that's
Yeah.
You're good. You're fine.
I was curious.
yeah, I
I'm
think
resistant to
I
fire,
think-
so I'd want to know.
Yeah, it would only be a D4 worth of fire damage anyways before you
Yeah.
can pat yourself out. So, are you following her as she goes further into one of these
Yeah.
random caves?
Guess so.
I want to see.
All right.
That's what we're here for. Otherwise, we're gonna be left alone in the Underdark.
That is true, and that would be a different kind of adventure I'd have to put together. So
Onward.
Wave survival till we all die, basically.
as she
We already did.
she's walking down one of these caves, you can notice that the cave elevation is sporadic. It kind of goes all over the place. It's not consistently going down. Like a lot of the ones before were kind of twisting and turning, but they're always going down. This one goes up, over, side, down, back up again. It's very all over the place and sporadic. And eventually she gets to this one other cave that starts to lead a little bit more in a leveled direction. And she says, I was told that you needed a guide to a drow city. Is that true?
Sort of.
Sort of. Yeah, I'll walk forward and I'll take off my mask.
Wait. Is this the first time we've seen Kazir without his mask?
No.
No.
Prior to making the mask.
Oh wait, I want to kind of wind back a little bit / redo an interaction. Let's say, okay, you know what, Newmont, you have a hood now. You had a hood over your
Of course. Yes.
head and ears.
It's cold down here.
Yes, it is cold down here. And Kazar obviously has his mask and hood up as well. So when you take your mask off and your hood down, she looks at you with very wide, very curious, interested eyes and go, ooh.
I turn to Vicar and I say, "Do you know elves are toxic to spiders too?"
I heard that actually. Yeah,
Perception check.
that's crazy.
Roll with advantage because that was funny.
Oh no! All right. Well, the first one was a 4. The second one is a 3.
All right.
Shit rolls.
She looks at you and goes, I've eaten enough elves to know the difference. But she comes back to looking at you and goes, this is very curious.
Me or Newmont?
Who?
Who's Newmont?
No, like who is she looking
Who's she
at?
looking
She's
at?
Newmont's
looking at
the
you,
tastier one.
She's looking at you because I'm assuming Newmont still has his
He's
hood up
got a
unless
hood.
he dramatically took it down the same time, in which case you get to both of you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Say, what do you know of me? What I am?
That you're an elf. I know that your kind is rare up above.
And the drow. Am I one of them?
No. We're better. We're superior.
We.
She looks like she's trying to remember something and then gets frustrated and angry. Goes, no. No, they turned on me.
Who?
The drow.
Why?
I had ambition. I flew too close to the gods and was struck down from my position as High Priestess. This is what the drow do to people who step out of line.
So they turned you into that?
Yes. That is why I am willing to help you. I'm hoping that you'll take care of them, and if not, I suppose you'll make good slaves.
And so, what of the other people, things that live down here besides the drow?
There are many creatures that live in the dark.
The ones that look like that thing, and I point towards Sid.
She just looks...
I'm in normal form.
Yeah,
Oh, I
she
thought
just
you
looks
said
at a
you were-
human.
I thought you
can only-
said you were in Symbiote.
She can only
form
have
down
that form
here.
for like 10 minutes.
Ugly.
Oh,
For
okay,
the-
never mind.
Yeah.
Retract that.
Yeah, she
Like
looks
human?
over and sees a human and goes, yes,
No.
we have human slaves as well. If you're not asking any other questions, she begins to slowly turn back around to
Well,
walk.
are we gonna ask her if she saw symbiotes down here? Isn't that what we're searching for?
Symbiotes.
I didn't. This is above table.
Oh, that's above table. Okay.
Just in game, maybe a look at Sid and see if he wants to
Poke and prod him.
find
How
out.
far are we from the Drow City?
We are still several days' journey away.
Merry Christmas.
Is there a city of another kind of elf here, besides the drow?
No, only the drow. They're less sophisticated up here than below. And she's referring to up here, and you guys are obviously miles beneath the earth.
Yeah. You're saying up here being in like the second level, basically?
No, you guys are still on the first level of the Underdark.
Okay. Below being right here.
Are there any other cities, either here or further down, with different beings?
Oh yes, there are many cities in the Underdark. We're just like you, overworlders, except we have more layers, more depth to us.
You're like ogres.
Are there any cities?
She looks at you scathingly.
Yeah. No. He means like an onion.
Yeah. You got layers.
Are there any cities run by creatures that are
Wouldn't eat us?
no, that are like a black Morphous type shape?
She openly laughs, like head thrown back laughs for a second, goes, No. Not for a while.
What do you mean? Not for a while.
The drow enslaved that whole species a long time since.
How far back can you recall?
I'm
Do
gonna
you
ask
recall?
an above question, above table question. God, okay. When were you cast out? How many years ago did that happen? 'Cause I don't think we ever talked about that specifically.
Since meeting the group, it would be about 5.
5 years.
Well, yeah. Well, the cast out and then 5, around
I-
5.
It's been nearly 3.5 years since those cities fell under the Drow control or fell to ruin.
Do you know where those cities are?
The ones that fell to ruin.
Mm-hmm.
I know of a few of them, yes. Why are you interested in the people or the city?
Both.
Well, yes, I do know of these cities, and I do know of the people. The city I'm taking you to is... well, you'll see some of those species there.
Interesting. Okay. And you said we're still a couple days out?
Yes.
Very well.
If you are interested in the people, and want to see them unenslaved, next to Gloom Shroud, which is the city I am taking you to, there is a fungal forest. In this fungal forest, your species that you seek has made somewhat of a life for itself. The Drow are unaware of this.
Okay. I'm good to go.
Should we go there first?
I am your guide. I take you where you need to go.
Until when? How long are your services rendered to us?
Until you reach your destination.
Do we determine when we reach that destination, or do you?
You give me a destination, I take you there.
Can we add pit stops?
There will be pit stops along the way to a destination, but I am not going on a several stop journey. It's more of, this is the place to rest while we get to where we're going.
What if that destination was of interest to you?
Why would it interest me?
Well,
You said you hate
What
the
if-
drow, don't you?
what if our destination was to destroy the people that did that to you?
You would not need my guidance to get into the glowing forest. It's close enough to the city, you would see it. I'm no expert in tracking your sought-after species. I just know that they are there.
Can I ask
From
how
word
you
of
know
mouth.
that?
Word of mouth.
Oh,
There are travelers and traders along this road in the Underdark. I dare say that you'll probably come across some.
well, I'd have to thank you. You're being very gracious with providing us some information down here. We know nothing about this area. At least I don't.
I was paid well to not eat you.
I have no idea what I taste like.
She turns around and continues to walk further in.
So as we're walking behind her, I'm just going to talk with the group about what are we looking for down here?
Well, I thought I was going to find more people like me, but if I'm not a drow, I don't know where my people are.
So we should have gotten the shield.
I'll
Wait.
just turn, look at Cassian, and give him a death glare.
Is this
There-
something that we're just finding out about, Kazar? Am I aware that he has people that are in trouble or like?
Aren't
He
drow
mentioned
dark?
it. He mentioned it very briefly that his people. He deciphered a message.
That his people needed it,
Okay.
but we didn't know
Yeah.
where they were.
Isn't he lighter skinned for an elf than he is darker skinned?
Indeed.
Easy, Tony. Easy, buddy.
I'm just saying.
Well, because Newmott's pale.
Yeah, I'm like
Very
Ashtray.
Yeah, like very monotone.
Well, we know where Numat's from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know we didn't know where Kazra was from.
So that's what we're trying to figure out.
Okay.
And also the symbiotes as well.
And Sid, yeah, so that was directed at both you guys.
Yeah.
Like, what we're trying to find? Do you think that this Drow City is what we're looking for?
For Sid,
Because this
yes.
spider is taking us to this Drow City. I don't know who told her to do that.
As you guys are saying that, she said, Sefton told me that you wanted to go to a Drow city. My understanding was that you wanted to find something, and he thought that would be the best place to start.
I see.
She has good hearing.
I misspoke. And I
Quiet.
thought that would be the best place for you to start.
But apparently, this spider has fucking rabbit ears.
I don't see it.
Didn't realize you were part rabbit too. Jesus Christ.
If you want to say you're having a private conversation, specify that.
Yeah.
So we can still go to the city and inquire on behalf of Kazar.
I guess I'm just curious about what might happen to us at this city.
I think we know what's going to happen.
They're gonna enslave us.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're gonna
So,
try, and then they're gonna die.
Why don't we do this?
Yeah.
Let's go to the forest first.
Okay.
See if I can connect with the beings there that are symbiote related. See if I know any of them and if they were on my side, essentially, of that whole situation. And if so, we could potentially use their assistance if things go bad in the city.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So
to
we
get
can just
information.
have
Delaria.
the Strider take us to the city, and then we'll go from there.
Disclaimer.
So
private conversation.
you tell her what do you say to her specifically?
Well, we're going to the forest then, next to the city, not the city.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So we're gonna check out that fungal forest first before we go inside. But you can. I know she doesn't know exactly where it is, or
She does.
I know where the forest is. I can
would-
take you there.
We
okay.
would like to
well,
avoid attention to the city, though. I think for now.
take us
so
there. Are you
the
gonna?
forest- next to it.
The forest
Right.
is a ways from the city, but it's within eyesight. Same goes for both
Sure.
directions. So you'd be able to clearly tell how to get to the city, but I will not guide you from the forest to the city. You will have
Are
to
you
do that yourself.
supposed to guide us out?
Nothing was said about that.
Right.
That
Well,
one's
we'll
pretty
figure it out. Where
thorough.
could I find you if we needed that?
She hands you a sending
So here's my number.
Do an insight check on
Alright.
her.
Okay. We get a 7.
7. Who?
Very insightful.
Wait, Tony. You said something about Alwyn. You roll as well. An insight check.
Insight. Not outside. Got it. I rolled a 9.
How many inspiration you got, Tony?
Oh yeah. Forgot
Uh,
about those.
I have, according to my
I
ow.
only have 1.
Oh yeah. How do I only have 1?
Oh my god, no! I rolled a 2 on deception. You're fine.
Okay.
So, she is not being completely truthful when in reference to on the way back.
So I'm gonna interject and state Owen is fairly thorough with all of our dealings. I don't imagine as a first-time interaction with you that he wouldn't be equally, if not more thorough. So how are we getting back?
She smiles again and says, "I can guide you back.
And
I
how
will
would we
wait.
meet you?
We can designate a place, signal. That's up for you to figure out. I can guide you, but I don't have to come up with a plan of how you are getting out of here."
We'll pick a place outside of the city as we approach it and use that as a rendezvous.
That's fine with me. There are good hunting grounds around the cities.
He's like, do you have any good recommendations on what you think might be a good spot to rendezvous?
There's no one place that's better than the other. It's all cave systems and networks.
We can pick a place and then we'll mark it,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't matter where.
It's fine.
That's fine with me. She leads you on further into this cave network, and it starts to widen up. You could now easily fit like 6 trucks side by side. It's a very, very large cave area at this point. You see in the distance, those of you who have 120-foot dark vision, you see this first. 3 smallish shapes moving in the distance towards you, and 1 large rattling thing in front of them.
I will alert the group to this. Moving ahead.
Before we get into eyesight, can I make myself look like a very generic looking human with, typical armor and stuff?
Sure. Yeah, easily enough done. You're a tall human. You see, Bellaria hears this as well, and almost incredibly so for her size, gutters up onto the ceiling of this cave network and almost disappears from your vision. If you didn't know she was there, you wouldn't see her. As you
We
guys
should
continue to
probably
walk forward.
hide too.
Are there easy
Yeah.
places to hide?
There are not any easy places to hide. This is just a cave.
Oh,
Like, do we want to hide? Or is this like when she's leaving?
well, if we can't, then we can't. Well, just get ready.
Like, I'll go to the side of the cave into somewhere kind of shaded, maybe behind
Okay.
the rocker.
All right. The rattling gets closer and closer, and you start to hear. It kind of sounds like a cart. Oh wait, I'm down here now.
Goodbye.
Hello. I do
No,
that
it's fine,
autistic like chair crouch thing
Hmm?
that L from Death Note does.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it sounds kind of like a cart, and then you can hear voices talking in a language you don't. Do any of you speak Undercommon?
I do.
Oh.
You do. You pick up some words in Undercommon. It's like, we need to get rid of these. Yeah, I know we need to get rid of these. Like, there's no one here. Come on, we've got to find somebody. I mean, there's bound to be drow somewhere lurking around. Like, come on, we got to offload this shit quick. And as you guys get closer, they notice you, and they go, hello, hi. And as they come into focus, you can see 3 deep gnomes. And they have a cart full of just various different things on it. You see some interesting looking plate armor. You see some mushrooms. You see random body parts, some
A
gemstones.
sentinel shield? What?
That's hilarious. That's so good.
They're like,
My
hello,
name,
travelers. How are you not? You're doing great. Is there any way you'd like to maybe purchase some of our wares? We got a wide variety here to choose from.
I see some hands in
It
there.
seems like these are traders, my friends. I don't know if you have any interest in anything on their cart, but they are selling these wares.
Let me copy post some stuff in here for you guys in general so you can see what they have.
Zen's favorite part, shopping trip.
I tried to make this-
And now I'm the only one that speaks the language.
He says the prices are all really high. You guys shouldn't buy any of this shit. Let's go.
Oh yeah, what
They're
language
here
did
to
he
kill us!
say that
Murder
in?
them!
Yeah, was that in
Purple
Undercommon
face.
that he said that? So did we have no idea what he said?
No. He said that in common once he
Okay.
saw you
Oh, okay.
guys.
Yeah, What is this? Huh? What? Jesus. Eye of what he wants? I don't even know what that
Fingers
is.
of Daryl Servant.
Are these body parts
Jesus Christ.
fragments?
Could imagine that they probably are.
What are these?
Gentlemen,
I have no idea what these things are.
I think
they're body
If-
parts which are fragments.
I hate to meta game
Oh.
here.
Hmm?
So
But you're
don't.
gonna do it anyway.
Easy enough not to. Good job.
All right.
But we do have quite a few fragments already. And let's just say that if you think about the cost reduction of a common fragment is usually around, like, mid-tier is going to be 14, 15 gold. It doesn't really save you much money to buy.
Oh, like to buy a
Mhm.
thing.
Not that we.
Yep, so
Do
just
we
keep
want
that in mind.
more?
But this
Fragments?
75 gold piece one,
What
if
about
we
those-
can assess that, if that is a non-frail weave fragment and is in fact a robust, we don't have many of those. That
That's what I
might be
was gonna
something
say,
worth
yeah.
buying.
I think one of them looks like it was glowing. No, that's a paste.
That was the paste, yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to do an assessment on that eye,
That rope seems pretty good.
The to do an assessment to see what kind of fragment it would be an Arcana check.
Yeah.
If you were curious.
someone should do that.
Look at
You
hooded
asked me
man.
nicely.
Do it, or we let your
I
family
want to
die.
slap
in
you on the
Underdark.
cheeks and say, "Get in there."
I enjoy not having your eye. You can get it if you want.
Arcana.
I'll move on to looking at the dagger.
Okay. The dagger is as written it over there.
Yeah.
That rope though.
I like that rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Undercommon, Cassian pipes up. My friends, it seems that you're looking to offload some of your goods. We have a little interest in some of these things if you are willing to let them go for the right price. Is there any room for negotiation, or are you pretty hard locked on your price today?
I mean, we're real hard locked, and you see the other guy elbow me. He's like, "We're pretty hard locked." He elbows him again. It's like, prices are as they are, and he knocks me again. He's like, "Yeah, I mean, we could probably talk a little bit about something."
Did they react at all when I spoke to them in Undercommon as a human?
Not really. Would you like to do an insight check, or
Yes. Yeah.
go ahead and roll? All right, I guess this would be insight. Fine.
I rolled a 4.
4. You don't know why they're not really. They're not really questioning it. But
Kazar, would you stop busting my balls and take a look at that fragment?
Sure, that's as good as we're gonna get. Blame Sid.
his little tiny eggs.
Huh? What? Oh.
Vickers' little tiny eggs.
Yeah.
So I'll just
Right.
like pick it up, and I'm like, oh my god, this is exemplary. I've never seen that one, by the way. I've
Yeah.
never
I was waiting for it.
Oh my god!
This gemstone?
What is it?
That's a
What is-
zero. That's a zero.
Yeah.
What does it look like to you?
Arcana's a 4. Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
Kai, also, I would like you to roll something as well.
What am I looking at? What am I looking at?
Roll for either an Arcana check or a gut feel check.
Is this on the eye?
Yes.
You know what?
Formanio?
This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say roll an Arcana check with emphasis. And what this is a term that is used by other DMs, but I really like it. You roll 2 dice, and whichever one is furthest away from 10 is your result.
Oh yeah.
So you either do really good or really bad.
Yeah.
So roll Arcana with emphasis.
Me?
You,
Oh,
What
yeah.
am I looking at? I have no idea. Is it the eye?
yeah, the eye.
Okay. Kai picks up the eye. He's like, I've seen some of these before. Thinking about when we were in the cave and we smeared the eye on the wall to see if it would do anything. He looks at it pretty hard. He's like, you know. All right, wait. What do I do if I roll a 14 and a 10? So 10 is like.
It would be the
No,
Roll the
14.
10 again.
Ah, okay, fuck. 20.
20. This eye would be perfect for a sentinel shield.
But I have an eye already. The eye,
Yeah,
the
but
eye that I
this
rubbed on
eye-
the wall. That's why I grabbed it.
Maybe
I was right.
Sid wants a sentinel shield.
You knew it.
We still should have it for the fragment anyway, so let's buy that shit. Mr. 1900 gold.
So before
18.
I didn't know that you already had an eye, so I was setting something
That's-
up just in
Remember
case.
the wall that I tried to rub the eye on?
Yeah, but you smeared it. I thought that completely destroyed it, so I wanted to give you a nice new
okay.
fresh one.
It's fair. It's fair.
The robust weave fragment we have is teeth.
Huh?
Just saying.
Oh, okay.
You
okay.
dentist, you.
Hey,
Yeah,
we're
take
talking to the
notes.
notes, my guy.
Before we give anyone any money, I would like to.
Yes.
These mushroom spore pouch. What do these mushrooms do? You're not just selling a bag of spores.
So these are actually really cool. For people who are like blind, like you guys, you can throw them and it helps you see a bit better.
Blind.
Okay. What about this paste in the jar?
Oh, the paste. The paste is awesome. It's so cool. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Oh, wait, there it is.
The purple glowing paste.
That paste is actually used from some of the mycinoids in the forests, the fungal forests. You smear it on somebody, it's like a glittery paste, and then they start feeling better.
So like a healing potion.
Kind
I
of,
mean,
yeah.
Feeling better in like a physical sense or a?
Yeah, no, more like physical.
Oh,
A healing potion's a
functional?
pretty
Because
good.
I'm feeling bad, and then I feel
Like an
better, or I feel
antidepressant
normal,
kinda
and
deal?
That's what I was
this
thinking. I
makes
was
me
thinking
feel
emotional.
good and tingly.
It's kind of like if I kicked you really hard in the balls and I smeared this on your balls, you'd feel a lot better.
Whoa,
I
you're
don't
not
think it's
touching
the
my
paste
balls.
that's making my
You're not
balls feel
touching my
better.
balls.
Oh, you're right at like ball punching height, though. You know, it's like
Nick's just sitting there nodding, like, yes, I have had these exact same thoughts.
it's like yeah, he looks at you and he goes, "You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what?"
Oh yeah. No, I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Well, I can tell you matter of factly, and all of this is in Underdark, or Undercommon, excuse me.
Undertank.
We are certainly interested in some of your products here, but I'm not interested in paying the price that you have labeled on here, especially considering I heard you and your friends just saying how you needed to offload this garbage.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know you don't, but I know what I'm talking about. And again, in Undercommon. So why don't we strike a deal so I can take the spider silk rope, I can take the mushroom spore pouch, and I can have this eye of Fomorian. Let's make a deal for all three, and it's below market price. I'm not paying what you have listed.
What's the pouch?
Say that again. You want the eye, you want the spider rope, and you want the what else?
The spore pouch.
Spore pouch. Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to Cassie and just nudge him and be like, "We good here?"
There are so hang on, let me throw this down here. This is for the spore pouch. It's 30 gold per pouch. There's 5 pouches available for purchase.
Oh. Okay, and what do we know the duration of the luminescent?
I'm just gonna paste the whole thing. He kind of described what it does already, so
yeah.
There you go.
Ah, okay.
10-foot radius for 1 minute. I turned to Sid. Yes, we're doing fine. I'm just trying to negotiate. As these fools were walking up, they forgot to consider that maybe they're not the only ones that speak their language, so I overheard them saying that they're selling garbage. So I just want to make sure that I'm paying a garbage price for their garbage that they're selling.
Seems
How do
fair
my
enough to me.
gloves feel?
You see two of them bickering behind you in Undercommon. Sid or Cassie, you can make out what they're saying. They're like, "What are you doing, you fucking idiot? You're butchering this." And they're going back and forth, and the third guy's like, guys, come on. This is good. This is business. So you're just hearing that in the background while the rest of you just see these 3 little gnomes arguing back and forth.
So as it stands right now, with some quick calculations, as posted, we're looking at roughly, what is that, 70 gold pieces there. So we're looking at roughly 175 gold for everything that I want. Is that correct? At your listed price.
I think it adds up to like 200, but I mean, I could do the 175 discount for sure.
That's not a discount. That is math. Okay, that is simple arithmetic. So we're going to start at 175 and work our way down from there.
I'll okay. All right.
Didn't get any.
174.
I knew it. Oh, fuck it. I mean, we don't have to buy
Cassian-
anything. It's not a big deal.
Cassian, like, kind of, like, just, like, unravels his little coin pouch on his purse, like on his hip, and kind of opens it and looks inside and kind of jingles it a little bit.
Their eyes all get pretty big. Oh, by the way, the gemstones I have here, they'd be willing to trade your cash for gemstones if you had anything that you needed to swap out in terms of monetary value.
I'll tell you what. We'll do 2 pouches of the spores. We'll do the eye and the spider silk for 100 gold.
Man, that's like a highway robbery, man. Like you're taking more than 75 gold off the price. That's crazy.
So are you just going to go to the dump and dump your garbage then, or are we going to make a deal?
No, I said I need to offload this. I didn't say I need to throw it out. We need to move this stuff quick. That's all I was saying.
Once again in this negotiation, you've somehow just jumped right over the fact that you called it garbage.
He just kind of stands there blinking, and the guy smacks him across the back of the head. And
While this is happening, can I look to see where they're keeping their gold on this cart?
Just like look around.
The gold is not on their cart; it's on their individual persons.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you kind of feel that just like as you're walking around, as you get closer to their pockets, your hands start to vibrate. But as you kind of hover over the cart, your gloves don't vibrate at all.
Is there one of these people that are more vibracious?
Vibracious.
No, they're all the same levels of vibracious, but the one that probably would be the easiest to lift from if you were to try is the one that just smacked the other guy because he's intensely staring hatred into this other gnome.
Gotcha.
The gnome that's doing the negotiation with you says, "Look, it's worth more than 200. I had to cut the prices down just because we need to offload it. The 175, sure you don't want to take that. I can do 150. Okay? Fair?"
Such good voices.
Cassian ties his coin purse closed and just walks by.
He kind of looks a little stunned at that, and then looks at everybody else in the party.
I'll start walking, Cassian.
Sorry, I'm broke. And I walk by as well.
We don't even speak their language. I'm just gonna walk off.
The light in their eyes is fading as you start to walk away. Is everybody walking at this point?
Yeah, I'll walk with him.
He says, fine, 125. 125 is the best I can do.
I can't hear you, my friend.
I will sell it to you for no less than 110 gold pieces. Final offer.
Okay, you have a deal.
He kind of whispers under his breath, I need the 2 perceptive... Numat and Ty, roll a perception check.
I'm still standing there. I didn't go anywhere.
18.
18.
13, yeah, so not much different.
Okay, with an 18, you hear him whisper under his breath, like, man, I would have gone to 100. This guy's a sucker. And then as Cassian comes over, he takes the 110 gold, and you guys get all your loot.
A deal.
It's 10 gold. It's fine.
As we're walking away, I'm gonna say to Cassian, I was gonna rob him, but it seems like you took care of that.
Nothing's stopping you from still doing that.
No, we're good.
Legitimately, you guys got some pretty good prices for some of that stuff.
Are we still there talking to them?
No, I'm assuming you guys are walking off at this point. Unless
You could be, but I won't say that until we're walking away.
I want to just ask them, like, hey, like, do you guys come down here a lot? Is this where you do travels a lot? Like, it's weird that you're trying to get rid of a lot of this stuff, but who do you usually sell to?
Well, we kind of go from city to city, and then, we pick up our wares along the way or, as we're traveling from place to place, and, sometimes people might come looking for their things back.
Uh-huh.
So...
Wait, do they speak common?
Yeah, they speak common.
Where'd you get this plate armor then?
Uh-huh.
That is a very long story.
Is Cassian within earshot of this?
I got time.
Oh, sure. And as he just says that to be all mysterious, and the other gnome says,
we nicked it off one of the soldiers when he was sleeping. We just stole it and ran.
Cassian, not very inconspicuous. He's not trying to hide anything. Just unhooks his whip from his belt and looks over at Sid and Vicar.
They, as soon as they see that, they start to move real quick. They're
Not so,
moving.
not so fast. Wham! And I turn around and I'm gonna take an attack.
Jeez. Okay. All right. This was not an initiative that I had planned for.
I was just curious where they were going next. That's all I
think I
wanted
see
to
where
know.
you're going with this. Then I like it.
Give me a second.
I don't buy stolen goods. I steal stolen goods.
I was wondering if you were going to go
There's
that
a
route
bigger
or
plan here than
not.
that, I'm not gonna lie.
give me a
It
second
really
here.
is
Guys.
that simple. Damn.
I didn't spend $100 on fucking stolen goods. That is not what just happened.
Okay, well, when you get that plate armor, I got a plan.
Good. I'm glad someone does.
Oh, so I was gonna say before we really do anything, I was gonna do because I have draconic intimidation. Is that what the fuck it's called? It's something where I can be like I have advantage on intimidation for like once per day. I was gonna say like, hey, like we're gonna take a bunch of stuff and you guys can leave here dead or alive, basically.
The whip has already been flung.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was. We're gonna let them leave if they wanted to, but like we're gonna just take
Well-
whatever we want and they can take
And
their stuff.
we can hit him once and then say that. I think that's even.
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than-
Oh,
That's
yeah.
totally fine.
So you say that to them like, okay. So what's the order of operation? Cassian straight up tried to whip one of them.
He hits him.
Yeah.
I think he hits him like
And
Okay.
then
too fast.
and-
We'll see.
I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative for me.
Hell yeah!
Against-
That's music to my ears.
It's weird against 3 level 20 deep gnomes.
Let's
Ooh,
see.
finally a good one.
God, fuck, I suck.
24.
21.
See, this is why I
21 as well.
I'm going to give you a 22 because you're higher dex.
See you guys next week.
Same.
Hit a 1.
I have 4. Like
Oh, okay.
honestly, my last like 5-6 initiatives have all been under 5.
The
Actually,
whole last session,
Damn.
I was literally rolling on the first
Cassian.
4 numbers of my dice.
22.
Yeah.
We had a combat once where I think
Hi.
over the course of like 6 turns I didn't hit anything.
Yeah, I remember that. Kai, what'd you roll?
I got a 5, so right there with the 4.
Still
Okay.
baby.
So, Cassian, were you whipping to kill or whipping to try to? Like,
I was gonna burn a superiority die and try to intimidate.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit for me.
It's at disadvantage because I can't see, right?
Yes, it is dark down here. and
Wait, they have mushroom things all over this cart. Surely they're illuminated with the.
they
cart.
haven't been used. If he wants to take his action and use one of the ones they bought, then
They
yeah.
were showing us how they work.
I mean, I have a torch.
No, they weren't. They just said what happened.
I'm digging.
I've been holding a torch.
It's true.
You haven't?
Dave has
Okay.
been holding a
I
torch,
spit on
and
it.
he did
Alright.
say he was near the cart.
Okay. All right. Then
Straight
I would
roll?
say straight roll. Yep.
I can't see shit, so I need a torch.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 is barely gonna. No, that's a solid hit.
That. By the way, boys, I'm so glad that I fucking maxed out Dex because that is a 10 plus 9 to hit.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Imagine these guys were smart enough to wear the plate armor. Then we'd
Yeah.
be screwed.
This doesn't fit him.
It's not gnome size, but it does look like it might be magical.
Like, yeah, big shield for them at that point.
And then I'm going to spend an exploratory die to try and intimidate them. Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it is frightened.
Wisdom saving throw. They don't have the greatest wisdom, obviously. They rolled a 2.
Yeah, they fail.
Good shit
So-
on.
He's intimidated.
Okay.
The first rule of business is never talk about your supplier, and that's what I'll tell him to intimidate him.
He says, "Lesson learned. See ya." And he's looking like he's getting ready to book it out of there.
I mean,
Did you hurt him? What'd you roll for damage?
I rolled for damage.
Just outright kills him
1,
immediately.
2.
I mean,
They're not
I did
like weak.
oh, okay.
6 points of damage.
Not homeless.
Okay.
And then I will.
5 minutes we're killing innocent traders. God damn.
Taking
Not
hobo
innocent.
killing to a new level.
They were stealing from the drow that we're about to go murder. How are they any worse than us?
Yeah, I mean,
Fair.
they're literally
Wait, you
stealing
put it
from
like
slavers.
that.
They're
You're
stealing
stealing-
from slavers. So
It's okay. It's
not
okay,
terrible.
boys. Enjoy the whipping.
it's like going to a Quaker and then shooting him in the face.
I will use my movement to move up towards the poor fuck.
Okay.
Josh, you got the
Again,
map going?
Yeah, actually, Josh, could you open up that random cave map? We'll throw up some icons. It doesn't matter for the enemy icons what they look like, but we'll use that map so we
Make
have
them all
some
ogres.
sort of visual.
Should probably be in Foundry, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Like
Is
everybody
Josh
else.
alive?
oh,
No,
Yeah, I'm
Josh.
here. I'm
He
getting
was
it up right
drinking
now.
Golden Monkey.
How
How many
Yeah.
golden
No,
monkeys
no,
and or
no.
how many games of
Deadlock.
I'm
what
3
did you
games
play?
of Deadlock in, but no golden monkeys. No, I'm joking.
You're
Poor
not
Golden
joking.
Monkey.
Shut the fuck up. You're not.
I have not been playing. I have not been playing.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Okay.
Yeah, could you
Check
just throw
my
their
match history. Actually, don't.
you can throw their icons anywhere and I'll just move them around.
Yeah, I'm
We need
trying to
3.
figure out why the grid is not showing.
Oh, okay.
I see an abyss.
Yeah, because your character is not present.
That makes sense.
Presently,
Why is this doing such things?
So I have a random question. Maybe because I didn't read it properly. How do I end disguise self? Because it's an action to do it, but like, it's a
I would assume it's an action to end it as well.
Okay.
I mean, if it doesn't specify and it says an action
Yeah.
to do it, action to undo it.
It's fair.
I see what you're going for, but
No, it's fine. That seems fair.
they're just gonna see a random human unhinge its jaw and fire shoot out.
Well, I meant like we'll get there in a second. Ooh. So mappy. So
You guys should be able to see.
I see
Man.
cave.
I see a
With
cavernous cavern right now, that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
yeah, you like that, don't you, Tony?
How do we do this? Shift. There it is. Just left. Okay.
Ah, you're putting them down there. Okay. I was thinking more like over here.
You can put us wherever you want. Whee! Oh, we're in a dirt road. This makes like a reasonable place to.
This feels homey. I could stay here a while.
With all the bones?
Yeah, the bones, the cobwebs, the mushrooms.
I mean, the mushrooms look great.
Sleep under here.
Do you have enemy tokens, Josh?
I'm trying to find one.
Okay. It could just literally be the default one with the hood without a picture if you want.
Well, it depends on what type of image it can save as. That's why I'm finding one. But I'm working on it. Because this was not. I didn't have
This was
no
not something that we
character
had
ready.
planned.
Gotta expect the unexpected, dog.
Dog.
I'm not.
Pimp.
Nope.
Mm,
Pimp.
I'm just saying. I randomly type pimp throughout the day because I type pump a lot, and it's funny.
Dave, I need you to get the interior dimension of this pump. Yeah, no problem, pimp.
I mean, I've written emails like shit. Oh god, glad I caught that.
It doesn't work.
This pimp doesn't have a diameter, baby.
What does a man have to do to get a pimp around here?
There, I'll fix token in a second, but they're on the board.
They're very pretty, Josh. Good job.
Yay.
Yeah, we're gonna say the spacing is kind of like this.
No, I'm just letting you move it while I keep looking for a
I was saying,
picture.
I would have been standing at their cart, like in front of them, wherever that is.
That would be like right here. I'm gonna say the cart is right here.
That's fine.
Where is like more in the cave? We're walking that way already.
I would say you guys came from this general direction back here.
From the toppy part?
Probably... here or some
It
shit.
doesn't really matter. This is just a generic cave
Yeah.
map in case you guys did something unexpected. So we planned for the unexpected.
That's an ugly motherfucker.
That is ugly, motherfucker.
Are deep gnomes ugly?
Deep gnomes look.
They look like
Yeah,
that.
They're not
they
pretty.
do. They do look like that, actually. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, right.
I was
Yeah.
trying to come up with
They're
an
not
AI.
half-naked spider women.
Yeah,
Who, go
Yeah,
to the
they
salon.
He's
look-
still on the ceiling.
pretty similar to that. Yeah, she hasn't interrupted or done anything.
Yep.
Which one of them took my fucking money?
That would be this guy. The one that's here. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I would have cracked with a fucking whip.
Okay.
Is that the derpy one? Or it's like the angry one?
That's the derpy one. The angry one is right here. That's gonna be their name: Derpy, Angry, and Helpful.
Not sleepy.
I'm gonna walk up to Derpy, and I'm gonna reach over and I'm gonna just put my hand on his coin purse, and try and pull it off as my. Well, I guess technically I get 2 attacks and I already used my first attack. So
If
Instead of
wanna try
attacking
using
it-
a grapple,
I'm gonna reach for his coin purse. So whatever you think is best from there.
okay. Roll a grapple check for me.
Grapple. That's not great. I'm not strong.
It could be, yeah. But you're trying to literally grab onto his. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else it would be other than that.
Is it a strength or athletics?
It is an acrobatics or athletics.
I'll take
no.
acrobatics.
No, for you it's an athletics check. For him, it's either acrobatics or athletics to try to get out of it.
Okay, athletics. I'll take that. That's a natural 1.
Yeah, he
Grab his balls.
kind of backs up
Make
just
one.
enough so that you don't grab onto anything. And that is going to end your turn. We're at the start of initiative. Vicar, you're up first.
You grab his balls and you feel that what was it that they were talking about smearing on balls?
The mushrooms.
The purple paste. You feel the paste on your hands.
He was using it as lotion earlier.
Yeah. That's why it was such an oddly specific scenario. I would like to. Are we killing these guys?
We haven't
Vicar says to the group.
Ideally not. Probably. Like,
I mean, I didn't want to kill them. I
We'll
wanted
just
to
go back
let
for a
them
one
live.
shot.
Can I
knock
I
him
mean,
on
do you guys
with
wanna
an
die?
arrow. Do it. I dare you.
knock him unconscious?
With an arrow. I dare you.
I guess I could. I could just skip it off his skull. Or something.
Also, like,
I cut his throat just enough that he gets knocked out from blood loss and doesn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, sure. That's how that works.
You're fingering his aorta.
Uh,
Like, oh god, there's so much blood.
Jesus Christ.
You're sick, man.
It's like-
Could I
Nope.
shoot the coin purse off of him?
That would be a sleight of hand check. Versus, I'm going to say he's going to have. He can do an athletics check to try to keep a hold of his coin purse, but he
Alright.
does not have great strength. So
I'm gonna do that. Oh fuck!
you dropped it.
Man down.
All right. Ready? We
Nope.
get a 27.
there's no way I can beat that. He has a -1 for his athletics. Yeah. So you swipe his coin purse. It is disappointingly light.
Well, it would have been all of the money that Cassian gave
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. So this guy would have had almost exactly 110 gold pieces in his coin purse.
Mm-hmm.
Roger that. And I will say, leave your things and take your lives. And end my turn.
He is looking. He's afraid from Cassian.
I also just sharp shot the fuck out of this dude too. So
Oh yeah. Wait. What
we
you
mean business.
He shot it.
You
not-
hit him?
I shot it. I shot his coin purse
Yeah, he
out of
didn't-
his hand.
He didn't snag it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
He has
That
a
is not
corn
what
purse. It's full of corn.
That's not what I thought was happening. I thought you were trying to grab the coin purse. So you
No,
tried
no,
to
no.
shoot. Okay.
Shoot the coin purse out of his hand.
And what'd you roll to shoot the coin purse?
Well, I rolled a 17 plus 10 if we're using.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you
attack.
cut clean through it, and it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is terrified. He is going to. He sees Kazir, and then starts running back the other direction. And then he sees everybody else, and then he stops right here. He doesn't know what to do. Actually, no, he sees Kazir, and he can't go back because he's afraid of Cassian.
Nice.
So he's stuck
urinate
between a
in his
wall and a
pants?
harp. He can't go anywhere. He's effectively blocked by movement because he's butted up against the wall. All of this is cliff face. The only way to go forward is by where you guys came. Actually, you know what? No, fuck that. We're using imagination. He's running this way.
Prox opportunity attack from Kazir.
He didn't run within 5 feet of Kazir. He was running kind of past. Actually, you know what? He would have run close enough. Do you want to take an opportunity to attack Kazir or no?
Honestly, no. If he's running away, no.
Keep
Just
tripping.
trips him.
I was like, is that a thing?
I don't want to get. Into
No,
a
we
bit
want
of
him to
fight with
go.
this guy.
We want him
Yeah.
to go.
So that was his turn. That was his whole turn. Cassian, you're up.
Sorry, just to clarify, he is like just booking it past me.
Yeah.
Like he's not
Yeah, no, he's running.
that. Okay.
I'm gonna reach down and grab the fallen coin purse. And then I'm going to move back behind Sid and our dragon buddy.
I look like a human.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Okay,
Kinda tall.
Kai is a tall human. I'm gonna move behind my 2 human buddies.
Human. Totally human.
Newmont, you're up.
I still don't know what the end goal here is, boys.
Well, I think we're robbing him. That's the vibe I'm getting. So
Cassian looks thoroughly satisfied now that he has his 110 gold back. He has his items, he has his 110 gold. He doesn't give a fuck what happens to these
I'm
guys.
taking the cart.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Yeah, this feels so wrong for me. I don't want to do shit. I just passed my turn.
If we're doing this, we need the plate armor.
I'm taking the cart.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, if we can anything,
Sid,
like, take the plate
you're
armor
up.
and let them leave.
That's why I said leave your things and take your lives.
Sid, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna stand between them and the cart.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that like right here-ish?
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, the cart is right in front of Kai, right here.
Yeah, it's fair.
Sure, enough, fine.
And I'm just
This-
gonna say my owl friend was very clear in his instruction.
This gnome right here
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
fits in your face. He's the one that was slapping the other guy for, not doing deals right and all that.
He spits in my face.
Yeah, but that ended your turn. That was his turn to spit in your face, and he's going to let's see what these guys have. I didn't prepare for this.
Wait, me moving ended my turn?
Well,
Look, yeah, you walked up to him and then you said something, and then you had to end your turn before he could do anything. And then once you ended your turn,
Yeah.
it's his turn.
so unless
Now
you were
he's doing
planning
this.
on doing something before,
I was just gonna ready an action.
Okay, what was your ready action?
I was gonna. Oh.
anti-spit in face.
If he spits in his face, I slit his throat.
He catches it in his mouth and
Tony-
spits it right
yeah,
back.
Tony opens his mouth ready to catch.
I was gonna. Now I can prepare something like smite, but I don't have to use it. Correct? Or if something is triggered, I have to use it.
I don't think we have this.
If you hit something, you can choose to smite it.
Okay, so then it would just be part of my reaction attack.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Then that's fine.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Where was that gift
Oh,
from, dude? What the hell?
1997 Golden Boy. Don't watch it if you have a family.
Oh,
Wow.
Woof.
Jeez. Okay. So he doesn't only just spit in your face. He opens his
just-
mouth and screams, and there's this cone of energy that comes out. I'm going to need Sid, Kai, and Vicar all to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
All right, this guy wants some. That's all right. We give him a chance.
Constitution.
22.
It's all right.
Seed,
15.
Seed,
11.
fail. Kai, you take 10 points of force damage. The other two that succeeded take 5 points of force damage. And then it's the other gnome's turn. He looks unsure of what to do. He takes a step back, but he hasn't drawn a weapon or anything. He just doesn't know what to do, and he looks very confused and very scared.
After the scream, I will have said that was a mistake.
Kai, it's your turn.
So, can I like walk up like into his face? I don't really know I want to be like directly on top of him basically.
Okay.
And I would like to use my one action to end my disguise self and become normal Dragon Boy. And then I'd like to
The scream goes from like a ah to like a
That was so funny. I'd like to do an intimidation on him to try to be like, okay, so now I'm pissed. Do you want to die or not?
He looks extremely scared. Kazer, your turn.
I'm gonna use hold person on this loud motherfucker. And let's see if that works. So it's a wisdom saving throw, 15.
Oh, they're good at wisdom.
No, they are not good at wisdom. They're kind of average at wisdom.
Oh.
Wisdom saving throw. It's a natural 19.
Damn.
He's wise right now.
Plus 0, so still a success though.
Guess I'll walk over.
I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action.
Like here.
Okay.
And I'll just say, if you don't want to die, put down your weapons. We're not here to kill innocents.
Vicar, your turn.
Just rob them.
Leave.
Anyways, I am going to move. One. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
One, 2, 3. And
That's
I
where the
am going.
cart is. You're not going to be able to stand right there. Oh, I guess you could fly. You could fly.
I
like
could
you
sit
can
on
be
the top. I just want to. I mean, I'll move over here if you want. And then I will use a sneak attack on this guy, non-lethal, with the rapier.
Okay, go ahead and roll for damage. This guy's not going to stand a chance.
Well, you
Yeah.
probably want me to roll to hit first, right?
Yeah, no, sorry. That's what I meant to say.
Okay. We get. It's a 9.
9 misses.
That ain't it.
I really want this guy to live because I have his planned next action already. It's going to piss you off. Cassian. you're up.
Wait.
All right.
So I think I used 15 move, so I'm gonna go back 15.
Okay. Now it's your turn, Cassian.
Yes.
He screamed. Caused some minor ear damage.
Actually, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna take my whip and I'm gonna curl it around the cart and hit him in the back of the head.
All right. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
It misses.
We suck.
I will take my second attack and try again. That's a 14 plus 9. That hits.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say 14, and I was like, yay! And then he said plus 9, I was like, no.
No. And then I will do 4 plus 1 plus 1. So 6 points of damage to the back of this guy's head. And I will shout from the other side of the cart, and I'll say, You still have a chance. Not for much longer.
He looks a little hurt, but he's not close to bloodied yet.
Okay.
Newmont.
Could I just try to go up to the cart and snag as many pouches as I can?
Grab the plate armor.
Okay, yeah. What are you going for specifically? So you've got some pouches you can go for. You've got the dagger. You've got.
I would go for the dagger.
Seems reasonable.
Okay.
The thing. No.
It's small.
You know what? Roll a sleight of hand check for me. Just want to see if there's possible that you could maybe get more than one thing.
That would be a 14
14. I'm gonna
or
say
15. Sorry.
15. Okay, with the 15, I'm gonna say you can also swag the tongue weave fragment, tongue of the screamer. I'll give that one to you too.
I'm assuming that's a frail.
Yeah, it's a frail weave fragment.
Okay.
Do you want to mark that down, John?
Yep, I got it.
All right. And I
Does that end your turn?
You don't want the fingers?
Or are you gonna try to? That was your interact with objects action, so you can use your action to do something else.
I would chuck a dart at the one that's already hit.
All right.
Screamer.
24.
24 will just hit. Go ahead.
And 3 points of damage.
3
Wait,
points.
4 points of damage. I think
4
it's a
points.
+3.
Massive difference. Not really. Still not bloodied. Sid.
Where am
I mean,
You
the
are
dude
right
acting
in
like you
front
want
of
to
you.
die.
Get this dude away from the cart.
5.
Can you throw?
I'm gonna walk here, so that doesn't trigger, right? Because I'm
No.
still staying
Yeah,
within.
no, you're still good.
Okay. Now that I'm here, is it an action or
For what?
bonus action? I'm pissed, so I'm gonna
Right.
change.
Oh, that's your bonus action. You think it's your bonus action?
I thought so too. I just can't find the wording. I just want to confirm.
I'm pissed.
I mean, I'm
pissed
pissed. Don't
off,
he yelled.
boy.
He hurt my ears.
He got spit dribbling out the corner of his mouth.
Tasted funny.
I'm gonna. So, I think it might be an action.
Can you find the?
I can't. I don't know why I can't.
If I can find it.
Oh, fucking profile.
I've seen it before. It's like a little thing that pops up on the side.
Yeah, it should be in there. Where is our campaign? That is a good question. Halar? Oh, there you are. You campaign. Sid.
Description, feats, and traits.
Yeah, I think it is an action because you can do the bite as a bonus action, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So if you go on symbiotic form and you just click on symbiotic form, that's when it gives you all of the stuff. As an action on your turn, you can convince your symbiote to cover your form for 10 minutes, granting a level of protection and utility. You gain it on short or long rest. So
Yeah, there it is.
action to transform, you can use your bonus action to bite or do whatever else you want.
So yeah, so I'm gonna transform in front of these two.
Okay.
They have to go past a DC 8 plus proficiency plus charisma.
Should be your spellcasting DC.
Proficiency is 3, charisma is 2. That'll be 5.
No, it should be so if you go to your paladin page or your spells page, at the top it will say DC.
Oh, save is 13. Okay.
So they need to pass a 13 wisdom save.
It is. I lost it again. Son of a bitch. DC. It doesn't actually say.
Looking at your spells, yeah, it's a DC 13 Wisdom save. Let's see. That one fails. That one succeeds. The helpful back here fails. The guy that you're in front of right here succeeds. But he's still looking. He's kind of screaming back and forth, looking at Kai and then looking at you. It's not that he's not scared. It's just that he's not like physically frightened by you. You know, he's not shaken to his core, I should say.
I'm gonna bonus action and bite him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
That is a 19.
19 will hit.
5 damage.
5 damage.
And then I'm gonna action surge.
Okay. This is looking bad for this character.
Hell yeah.
Still not bloodied yet, but if something goes wrong here, it could be bad.
I mean,
22 for the longsword.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
Get him. Get
he
him
was
soon.
given two chances so
And
far.
then what is that, Matt?
6.
7
Oh,
on the damage.
that's close.
7 points total.
Yeah. And does
Officially
action
bloodied.
surge give me another bonus action?
I don't think it did.
You take 1 additional action on your turn. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just the action.
You should have 2
Um,
attacks if you have 2 attacks. I don't know if you do.
Yes.
Not yet.
Yeah, if you have 2 attacks and you use action surge, you get 4 attacks.
I don't have 2 yet, unfortunately.
Okay.
Wow,
so
that's
it's that
actually
character's
crazy.
turn. You see him murmur an incantation. Kai. You realize what it is just a split second before it happens. He turns invisible. You see several things lifted from the cart,
I knew this was coming.
It's okay.
and effectively, he is taken out of this for now. I'm just gonna. How do I do this? This? Yeah. So I'm gonna put him over here. That's not where he is necessarily, but I'm putting him out of the way just so you guys,
He
this
vanished
guy's
from
the
my
only guy you can see.
screen.
So he dipped. It is this one's turn. This helpful. Now at this point, he sees that his one friend has ran, his other friend has ran. He's got this big, scary monster. He has now decided that it is time to leave, so he is running away. Sid, do you want to take an opportunity attack or no?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He left with stuff.
22 to hit.
22 will hit.
And 6.
6 points of damage. All right, yeah, he's starting to book it. Uses his action to dash as well. He's effectively off the map. Are you guys planning on pursuing or no?
I mean, we got our money, and he got a dagger.
Do we see the floating stuff anywhere?
No. As soon as any equipment or clothing that you are wearing becomes invisible with you, so he lifted a bunch of stuff from the cart and then dipped. The other guy just ran because he was scared.
Did he pick up and don the heavy plate armor?
No. The heavy plate armor is too heavy and noisy to try to run off with. That's the one thing that's left on the cart.
All right, then let him go.
Uh-huh. That's what I would figure. I was like, once you said that, I
Yeah.
was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, the
He
only
can't-
thing that's left is the armor.
I think I would
All
like
the
to,
day's work, boys.
I would like to take the cart and push it over here and like kind of hide it because I didn't really want to kill them, but I would like put it in the corner in case they want to come back and get their cart.
Okay.
Newmont, what besides the fragment? What did you get?
I tossed you the dagger.
Oh,
Cautiously.
oh.
I
Throw
threw
you,
the
don't have,
dagger
you, don't,
next
you don't
to
have
it.
to do that. You don't have to do that. I was just wondering because I wanted to make sure I didn't
Like-
miss it.
I just got the one frail weave fragment.
And the dagger. All right, you can hold on to the dagger. I don't really use them.
Kind of thematic
Like
to
just
remote.
armor then and figure out.
Yeah, I
makes it
think that's a good
special.
idea. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna write that down though. So if you want to make note of what you have in your inventory.
Everyone keep track of your own stuff. I'm not going to do it for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me as you walk up to the armor. This is going to be a pretty difficult thing to figure out just by looking at it and not using any spells.
Look really hard.
We got a 22.
What?
22.
Did you really? Wow.
This is a rare piece of plate mail. So
Nice.
you could figure out the rarity, but it's not quite enough to figure out anything else other
What
than
it
that.
does.
Can you tell if it's cursed or not, or anything like that?
If you have an identify spell, you could.
All right.
No, sir. I don't know if we want to use this armor, but my
We should
plan was.
definitely take
Well,
it.
my plan was maybe to use it like in the city to be like, hey, we got this. Like, don't fucking kill us, or maybe get one of us. Like, actually, some favor there, but that might be an expensive gift.
Yeah, I think we might want to figure out a little bit more about it. If it's a rare armor piece, it might be something
Mhm.
that's worthwhile.
I
Sid,
agree.
you crafted yourself an
Yeah.
armor, right?
He's got adamantine.
Adamantine.
Yeah.
Why
Does
would-
anybody
okay.
else?
Sorry, there's nowhere we can really put it, and if we walk in that city wearing guard's armor, probably not
This
gonna
this
end
isn't
well.
typical of like a guard's armar. This is
It's different
it's
looking.
it's higher quality than anything a guard would wear. Guard would wear like at most like normal plate mail. This is intricately crafted magical armor.
This isn't that same material that what's his face had, right?
No.
So the only
No,
thing I
this is-
can say is if it's cursed or not, that's one debate. But if whoever puts it on, if I put it on, I can use disguise self to at least have it disguised in general. Or if someone wants to take
Can
that
you
and
wear
put it on.
plate?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as we have somebody who maybe has an interest in wearing it, I think we keep it.
I mean, I was gonna make some at some point, but this is just some.
Yeah. Chuck that shit on, Kai.
That's the debate. if there's any side effect from putting it on.
Well, we gonna find out.
You're a big boy.
Everything
I
else
can.
they sold us seemed to be legitimate, so I think that
I mean, a
So
guard
how
was
does
worth.
attuning work then? Because Kai's attuned to the hat, so if this has an effect, would he even know?
Would that be your third attunement slot?
No, I'm saying you can have 3 attunement slots. For
Oh, okay.
So you have 3. He's already used 1, so he still has 2 left that he can use.
I didn't realize. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Do you want me to just throw it on? I can just throw it on. It takes 15 minutes? Or
Yeah, it takes
30?
15 minutes to don armor,
Okay.
and if I remember correctly,
yeah.
and it takes
I
an
don't-
hour to attune to it. So as you guys
Most
are walking
things.
throughout the cave, you'll attune.
If I just fall over and die, you'll know why.
Malnourished.
Fuck. Is there anything I can like drink that would?
I think you're probably fine.
I mean, I'm just.
They were
thinking.
selling it for 2,500 gold. I think that.
I mean, they don't know. They see fancy shiny thing, right? Like just
Yeah,
in game.
I think you're probably fine.
Can I
I mean,
look
alright.
for the spider chick?
She's still on the ceiling.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we can just do that, Jacob. It'll take a hot second, but we'll see what happens.
Take 15 minutes to put on the armor. You guys continue walking for a bit. After about an hour,
Kai dies.
you see Kai just implodes, and no. I'm going to need you to roll a D3 for me. Just pull up like an online something or other, roll a D3.
I was like, I don't even have a 3.
Yep.
How does that even? I don't.
Is there one on the? Nope,
Roll
there's
a, roll a
not.
D4 until you get 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, I can't even roll a
Oh, there is
D3.
one.
Is
Yeah,
there one?
there's a
Oh,
D4.
there's. Okay, there's one online. Wait, there's not one online. Oh, well,
Just
I
do a
found one.
random number generator 1 through 3.
Yeah, I mean, I found some other website. Go.
Just ask
Is this-
Google to roll you a D3, it'll do it.
Oh, okay. Roll. Here, I'll do it. I'll do it on stream so you guys can see it. Roll. A D.
Wow, it actually does.
What?
What? Okay, it rolled a 6, so that's obviously not possible.
Oh,
What did you write?
I wrote roll a d3.
You know what?
That-
Do it. Do it Tony's way. Roll a d4, and if it's a 1 through 3,
That's fine.
go with that. And if it's a 4,
Yeah,
roll it again.
I said
Oh,
roll a
Joe's
D-
way.
I am Tony.
Oh, Joe. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I supposed to
Okay.
say
It's
that.
me, Tony.
So I don't know if it's good or
God.
not, but I got a 1.
Got a 1. Okay, roll it again.
Oh fuck. Okay. This is gonna be bad. I feel. Okay, that's a 4. That's not gonna do anything. It's another fuck. Can you not be?
No way.
Way to die, way to die. Investigate, call the FBI.
Okay.
From 4 4s. Like what the fuck?
Okay.
I rolled 2 3s.
As you're walking, after about an hour, you see dents start to appear in the armor. And not too long after that, you see what look like arrow piercing marks showing up through the armor. You, while wearing this armor, are hang on. This armor is cursed, a fact that reveals only with an identified cal or when you attune to it. Attuning to the armor will cause you are target. Attuning to the armor curses you until you are targeted by the remove curse spell or similar magic. Removing the armor fails to end the curse. While cursed, you have vulnerability to 2 of the 3 damage types associated with the armor. You are now vulnerable to bludgeoning and piercing damage while wearing this armor.
God damn it.
Oh,
Well, Kai,
that's
okay.
garbage.
That makes
They
it
have
fun.
it was
garbage.
garbage. Yeah.
Is that like a type of
My
armor I can slap on?
bad.
Yeah, it's called Armor of Vulnerability.
That's
Damn.
straightforward.
If you had an idea,
Rare.
I don't know, it just is.
That's
Oh,
fucked up.
wait. 2 of them?
Yeah, so for you, you rolled a 1 and a 2, so that the first 2 options are bludgeoning, piercing. The third one's slashing. So you're.
Oh, okay. No, I mean like because the armor vulnerability, there's 3 types. So like
It's the rare variant.
You have
that is the rare one. There's 3.
resistance. Oh.
Oh wait. Oh, that's resistance to the thing. Is that even an armor?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait,
that's-
hang on.
that's Rough.
No, it's
Yeah,
the other
while
way
cursed,
around.
You have vulnerability to 2 of the 3 damage types. Once you remove it, you have resistance to 1.
Did you find it?
I have it. Yeah, I can put it in the general.
We gotta break you out, baby.
Like
Yeah,
that
'cause
will be a
that's-
good.
Yeah,
piece
so
of
you,
armor.
you are resistant to slashing damage. So you take half damage from slashing, but double damage from bludgeoning and piercing.
Okay, that's what I was like because I was reading it weird. Okay, so
Yeah. It's written really poorly, but
Yeah.
that's what it's getting at.
I see.
okay, so I am
And do you have a 15 strength?
yeah.
Okay, then you're good.
So wait, I am. What am I? I mean, I need to write that down. Sorry. I am.
You are vulnerable. You take double damage to bludgeoning and piercing, half
Double.
damage to slashing.
It can't be cursed. It was 2,500 gold.
These gnomes said they needed to move stuff quick, not that they needed to be honest about it.
Can we do a quick pee break? And I want to grab a drink.
Yep. Yeah, this is
So,
a good
yeah.
place to do that.
So I think I technically get I get armor vulnerability slashing, because I get resistance to slashing and then I'm vulnerable. To
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you would take the slashing variant for that resistance.
Got it. All right.
That's
Got it,
good.
got it.
Right.
So if it helps in any way, this is why I wanted plate armor. Well, even though I'm vulnerable to these things, my AC is now 21.
Oh, cool. So
Solid.
you just can't be hit.
Well, hopefully.
It's very hard to hit.
Yeah.
Arrows are gonna hurt like a son of a bitch.
Yikes.
Good thing I'll catch them, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I'll be back in like 3
Reaction.
minutes.
I'd love to see you catch a ballista bolt.
I have big hands.
Yeah, we'll be
Tony,
back.
did you say 20 minutes?
10?
He's
Well,
gone.
20?
We'll call it 15 if he's not back until 20. then we'll
28?
start.
Okay, so yeah, 9:45 basically.
We'll just drag him along.
Yeah, I need to pee and grab some stuff too.
Alright.
This is fun. I am now vulnerable to things.
All right, yeah. So you guys just clobbered some deep gnomes, and they scattered. You got your armor. You're walking towards something. You see this looming thing in the distance.
Do we walk for an hour? I want to do half. I want to look normal and without this armor.
Okay, yeah. You look normal and without the armor.
There.
Oh, while we continue onwards, I wanted to ask the Drider if she. Well, never mind. I wouldn't know. Would I have any idea of the legend of Rusty?
You would not.
Oh,
But
damn.
this is something I was waiting for this, and this was like a good scenario to proc this. And she chuckles to herself after the encounter is over. You actually beat me to it. She chuckles to herself after the encounter is over, and she says, "Clearly, they did not know the story of Rusty the Reaper. Every child knows that story." She just chuckles to herself and continues to walk down the little pathway.
Rusty the Reaper.
Please, God, ask more.
Who's Rusty the Reaper?
She says, "Oh, you don't know about Rusty the Reaper? Well, there's an old children's story that goes like this." And bear with me, this is a little long. I'm not going to do it in that voice the entire time. In the depths of the earth where the shadows grow lie a place that the bravest fear to go. It is the Underdark with its twisting maze where the light is dim and the dark lays. There lived a young drow named Lara, you see, full of curiosity, wild and free. The elders would warn with voices low, beware of the depths where you mustn't go. Rusty the Reaper guards those caves with a mighty axe that he fiercely waves. If he sees you there, where you shouldn't be, he'll show you no mercy, none at all, you'll see. But Laria was bold, with heart full of fire. She longed to explore, to reach higher and higher. One day she snuck away from her home into the depths where no one should roam. The tunnels were dark, the air cold as ice. But Lyra pressed on, ignoring advice. She found herself in a cave so wide, with walls carved with secrets, shadows to hide. At the center of an altar of stone stood tall, and there lay an axe, the largest of all. It was Rusty's weapon, she knew it well, but her curiosity cast its spell. As soon as she reached out, a voice so cold echoed around, the ancient and old. You should not have come to this forbidden place, for now you must face me face to face. Out from the shadows Rusty did stride, with his axe in hand, and nowhere to hide. His eyes were cold, his face was grim, and Lyra knew she had defied him. With my axe I guard these lands, you broke the law, you crossed the bands, now price you'll pay, as all must do, for in these depths the law is true. Lyra's heart pounded, fear in her chest, she knew she had failed the ultimate test, but just as Rusty raised his blade, whispering voice in the darkness played, "Rusty, spare this foolish one, for her journey is far from done. Let her leave and tell the tale, so others may learn and not impale." Rusty paused, his grip did ease, and in that moment time seemed to freeze. "You're lucky this time," he said with a glare, "but heed this warning, and don't you dare. Return to the depths, and you'll find no grace, for next time, child, there's no saving face." With a nod from Rusty, Lyra fled, her mind full of fear, and her cheeks flushed red. She raced through the tunnels, back to the light, away from the Reaper, out of his sight. When she reached home, she was changed inside, a lesson learned, no longer lied. Now Lyra warns with all her might of the dark depths and Rusty's might. Listen well and do as you're told, for in the Underdark the rules are old, and Rusty still waits with his axe in hand in the darkest depths of that shadowed land, ready to guard and ready to show that the Underdark you mustn't go.
That's epic.
She tells this children's story as you guys are on. Yep.
You were saying that really well. I'm surprised you memorized all of that.
Yeah, it's a very common children's story. So yeah, you guys eventually, as you're walking along, end up at I'm just thinking about the order of thing because you guys got into an altercation, but you handled it pretty handily, so you're fine. I'm gonna do this one. What did I have to rename her as? Because I got the name wrong.
Dolores.
Delaria. Delaria says to you, "You can't really tell, but it's getting late. We should rest for night soon. There's a deserted stronghold up ahead, and we can make camp there." You guys walk for another hour or so, and following her through the winding tunnels of the Underdark, you eventually arrive at a desolate stretch of cavernous terrain. Ahead, partially obscured by the gloom, looms the imposing silhouette of an abandoned Duragar post. Its towering stone walls and doors, once a formidable bastion of defense, now stand silent sentinels. As you approach, you are immediately struck by an oppressive atmosphere that pervades the outpost surroundings. The air hangs heavy with the scent of decay, and the faint echoes of distant footsteps reverberate through the cavernous halls. As you step through the threshold of the outpost's main entrance, you find yourselves in an open courtyard, dimly lit by the faint glow of phosphorescent fungi clinging to the walls. The architecture bears the unmistakable hallmarks of Duergar craftsmanship: sturdy stone pillars, angular archways, and intricate carvings depicting scenes of battle and conquest. And for the sake of argument, we're going to say that it's just whoop, over here. Pretend this is a completely new place,
Wow, look at this new place.
right? We had a whole other map made for this, but I don't know where Josh is, so
Okay.
this is what's happening now.
We should talk about scheduling with him to make sure he's available.
Right? Jeez. The irony of that is, it's me. I don't know what else to say, but yes.
Oh, that's fucking. So are we in a fortress?
like
Not a
ruins?
Effectively,
Or-
you're in imagine
Dragons?
you're surrounded by stone walls. You're encased in this basically semi-ruined fortress. It's definitely abandoned. Sure.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
But it's not like a cavernous hall. You're surrounded and protected by walls.
Okay.
And Ilaria looks at you all and says, "I haven't ever been here personally because I've never needed to stop and rest as often as you folk do, but hopefully this will be sufficient."
You have 8 legs and we have 2.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
You are a woman.
my friend Cassian's just on the math kick today, you know.
I mean,
Pay
in
him no
total we have
mind.
12, so we have more.
Yeah, she goes and finds a secluded spot on the ceiling on the caverns above you, and then just kind of rests up there, almost out of earshot. But if you were screaming, she could maybe hear you.
She can rest that's insane. That's convenient.
Well, she makes herself a spider web to rest up there,
Okay. I was like, how do you?
like a massive spider
Little
web, like
hammock.
a canopy.
Hey, Kazur,
Yes.
Tell me.
I bet you 500 gold you can't sleep with the spider.
Oh my god, please no.
If only I had 500 gold to bet with you, Cassian.
I mean, do you think she steps on people's eyes?
We'll never know.
Maybe she steps on their balls.
How about this?
Oh,
Kai can try every night, and if he fails, he just goes into disguise and tries again.
A different person. I mean, I think there's a.
Wow, that's messed up.
It's hilarious.
Did someone say you?
Infinite pickup glitch unlocked.
Oh my
So wait, did
god.
you say you wanted to wear the hat and try that? Is that what you said? Did I miss that right?
Oh.
As you guys are starting to get ready to settle down for camp here, you have this feeling of uneasiness. You can hear footsteps every now and then, or something fell over.
Can I do a lap?
Yes. Cassian, and yes to the lap as well.
Based on Cassian's history and the Greys in general, how would Cassian feel about being in the Underdark in general?
Like it's a privilege. Like you are exploring something that your people have never explored before. You can bring this knowledge back and share it in greater depth than any Grey probably would ever have been able to do in history. So it's
Got
an
it.
honor, but it's a dangerous honor. So you're kind of on guard.
Understood.
So I'm assuming you want me to roll a perception check.
As you're kind of doing a lap around the perimeter. And there's
25.
different rooms, hallways. These are all like pillars. There's bastions. There's different floors to do things on. With a 25, just nothing. You can't come across anything. You see, as you're walking down one corridor, there's like a stick that's on the wall like this, and it kind of falls over. But that's the extent of what you see.
When I come back to the group, I'll say, I looked everywhere, and I don't know where the fuck these noises are coming from. There's nothing here.
How tall are the ceilings?
They're not super tall, actually.
We can see the tops of them.
Yeah, Kai has to stoop. Well, wait. What do you mean by you can see the top?
Excuse me, like we can see the ceiling clearly. Like it does.
It's not like a
super tall cathedral.
giant
ceilings, right?
cavern.
Yeah, it's a big empty area, and then when you go into the individual rooms, hallways, and corridors, they're a little cramped. Like if you were 6 foot exactly, you could stand up straight and not bonk your head on anything, but just barely. So Kai has to slump the whole time. If you're 6'1", 6'2", you gotta like do that kind of head movement where you're like this walking around. It's built for smaller dwarvish like people.
Just as a note, Cassian would be not feverishly, but taking pretty in-depth notes of everything that he saw, just to return some notes back to the Grey Manor. Numot, are you keeping track of a map? I know that's kind of your thing.
I was going to ask Jacob about that because this seems a lot more complex than. Like I know.
I would say up to this point, you could map out the majority of what you've done. Enough where like a well-placed survival check would get you back home with the map, and you probably have advantage on it. You get the feeling that this is probably the easier portion to map, and she's taking you a bit deeper.
Can I, like, just for future, like, I'm also able to use maps. Can I start tracking where we're going, and then we can, like, compare notes?
Yeah, that's fine by me. Yeah, with 2 people taking maps, I'd say that would definitely decrease the DC to try to find your way out if you didn't have a guide on the way.
It's cartographer's tools, right?
Cartographer's tools, yep.
Big.
So as we're talking about this, Kai would like to kind of listen around and put his ear up to some of the walls, but then after a few minutes put his ear to the floor to see if he could hear any distinct change in the sounds, to see if something's coming from below him.
You put your ear to the floor and to the wall, and you're not. Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. I mean, it's not going to be any better than what he did. I'm just trying to see if I can think it's underneath of me or something. I mean, that's, what is that? Fuck. 16? 9 plus 7? Yeah.
16. From down the corridor, you can hear like someone is yelling, but it's distant. It's like if someone was yelling at something, but they were more than a football field away from you. But you can tell exactly where it's coming from at the end of that hallway.
Oh. I'll be like, Vicar, did you go this way? And point wherever I thought I heard that from.
I went everywhere.
Yeah, and Vicar, you were coming across similar things, but for you, it was more like you saw a thing a shift or two. You didn't hear as much. You saw things moving. He's specifically trying to keep his ear out. You were trying to take a look around.
Huh. This place seems sus. I mean, do we want to just take a long rest but then keep extra watch? Is that the idea?
I think that's the general plan, is just to keep watch, but there's no physical evidence of anything.
Are ghosts a thing? I don't know. I can't touch a ghost.
Can I take 10 minutes to cast Detect Evil and Good?
You absolutely can. Give me the exact wording of the spell.
You got it. For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood and dirt.
Okay. This is definitely a. I'm going to assume you walk around, right? You're not just staying in one place
Yes.
after you cast this. Yeah. You can tell that there are definitely undead in the area. I'm going to say after you cast that, you can almost catch, like, whereas they were just hearing things and seeing things shift, you see a table, like, over, and you see, like, this faint shimmer that kind of moved past it as it was going there.
I regret to inform you that we are in the presence of undead, my friends.
Should we not be here?
They
Great
don't
question.
seem to be violent at the time, but that doesn't mean we won't upset them the longer we stay.
True.
Do we want to rest like right
Not to be a
outside
critic,
of this?
but and go where really?
Let's
I
ask
don't know
what's her
if we should-
face. Ryder. Excuse me. I'm gonna ask her if she knows that there's undead in the area and why we're going this way.
She kind of
Why we're
comes
resting
down on
here.
her spider silk from the ceiling and says, I don't know if it's haunted or not. I just know people don't usually stop in here, and it's a place that was deserted. Seemed like a good resting space.
Is there anywhere
Well, it's not
else?
quite deserted.
She looks
There are-
around and just, it looks deserted to me.
There are undead here. I've seen them already. Is there somewhere a little bit quieter that you know of?
We could always sleep in the tunnels. There's risk of ambush, but we could sleep in the tunnels.
To be fair, we have already experienced that not all undead are violent. Some of them are even eager to help.
You take a look around. This place is deserted, and there's scuff marks and bones all over the place, so it makes sense. It's hard to tell what happened here exactly.
What spell did you use?
You
Cassian?
have it
Detect
too.
evil and good. Detect evil and good.
I think he has it too.
Do you get a vibe if they're evil or good?
They're
yeah,
Is that
undead.
really how it works?
Yeah, does it tell you like alignment, or does it just tell you if they're
No alignment. It
Yeah.
tells me where they are. I know exactly where the creature is located, and I know if it's consecrated or desecrated.
How long does this last?
10 minutes?
It takes 10 minutes to cast, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
The area is neither desecrated nor consecrated.
Huh.
I would say that you don't get a vibe of strong indications of either.
Jacob, unrelated question. Hang on. Actually, let me just double check something before I ask this.
I mean, based off of that, we might want to just try to rest and see how it goes. Exciting coach
Might
adventure.
as well.
Don't seem evil.
So what are you guys doing?
Good question. I think we're standing in a circle looking at each other trying to figure that out.
I was trying to buy time
John
for
is
Vicar.
checking something right.
Yeah, it's unrelated to this. Unrelated to this.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm already cursed. I'm okay with hanging out.
Doesn't get much worse for this.
Unless they want it.
Yes. Okay. So, I have 2 weapon fighting. Can I use a rapier and a dagger
Yes.
for that? Okay. Newmont, actually, I will take that dagger from you if you're not going to use it.
Oh, now you want it? I believe they were selling it for 600 gold.
Oh, big man, big man.
True colors come out now.
How many times would I have to
Oh,
as a
Depends on how good it is.
touche.
Nah,
We're gonna
I
have to-
toss you the dagger. You can have it.
I'll give you a wink.
In that same vein, I'm going to hand. Who doesn't have dark vision?
I
Me.
don't have it in my human form.
Oh, Dave doesn't have it either.
Weird, I don't.
Kai doesn't have.
You think Dragonborns would?
I got 2 bags of the mushrooms. Right? Did anyone else get spores off the stolen cart? No. Okay, so I'm gonna hand you, Kai, a bag of mushroom spores.
I love mushrooms.
I'm gonna hand you. Who wants the Wii fragment that I paid for?
The eye?
John
Anybody?
does.
Yeah, the eyeball.
I mean, I'll just hold
John,
it.
do you want?
Maybe
Vicar,
I'll
do you want the eye? Okay, you wanted the
Wait.
Kai,
Yeah, give it to Kai.
and then Numot. While you are handing over the dagger, I'm going to give Numot the spider silk rope.
Yes.
Okay.
John, the dagger once a day does an additional 1d4 necrotic damage in dimmer dark light.
Yeah, I got
Like
it.
necrotic
I
or
copied
poison?
and pasted it.
I think it said necrotic in the general chat.
Yep.
Yeah, it says 1d4 necrotic damage.
Dagger of the Underdark.
That was supposed to be poison, but
I can change it.
yeah, change it to poison.
Finely crafted dagger is adorned with intricate. Wait, poison is poison damage a type?
Yes,
Okay.
there is such a thing as poison damage. Vicar, as you were kind of looking around, sweeping the entire place, roll a different perception check for me. This is for something unrelated.
Okay. One
Smell 'em.
moment. Did that count? Yes, it did. Okay, so you want me to roll another perception check? I will do this for you. It is a
97.
21.
21. You see that a lot of these rooms are pretty standard, like the stock basic rooms. It looks like they were for some sort of military outfit of some kinds, basic soldier barracks. There was a sergeant's quarters that you came across though, and you were able to get the door open. I'm gonna say it was locked. You picked it open, no issue, just because, I can throw you a bone. Inside that quarters was a chest.
Yes, I like this.
The chest is locked, so let's just say for the sake of expediency, you drag the chest out and it's there with you.
All right.
Why'd you
I'm
drag
standing
the
right
chest
next to
out?
Vicar. I'm standing right next to you.
I would like to inspect this for traps.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
We get a 15.
15. It is trapped.
Okay.
Should we
Uh,
wait till the morning if we're gonna sleep here to open this chest? Cursed, trapped, full of demons and ghosts. Who knows?
No, I think we're all feeling pretty healthy, right?
But then we have to sleep here.
I'm not.
Yeah, after
standing
we
near
deal.
him.
Do you want to start the day off all fucked up from a trap chest?
Potential. Who says we're gonna get fucked up?
Yeah, that's true. I got this.
See?
I'm gonna disarm this trap. Can I
Alright,
do
go
that?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll a thieves' tools check.
Is it sleight of hand?
For you, yeah, it'd be the same thing for you.
Okay, 19.
19. You disarm it. You hear, as Cassian is standing right next to you, he has his face right up next to the lock, and you hear a click. And you're like, nothing shot at me. That was a good click. That must have been a good click. So it's still
I'll
locked,
never let you down again, Cassian. All right, we're gonna unlock it.
right? Please roll on that one.
I almost did. I got a 2. That's a 12.
Holy shit.
12? 12 is the DC to open it, though. So
Hell
you still
yeah.
got it unlocked. The trap made the DC for the lock lower. Yeah, click. You hear. You can swing it open. You
Never
see
done that.
some soldier's uniform. It's actually almost your size. It's a little stocky for you, but it's definitely for a smaller sized person. You see some different medals there that you don't know what symbolize, but it looks like they're war medals of some kind. You see a ceremonial sword, and you see some old hand-drawn hand-drawn portraits of what you would assume to be mother and daughter.
can I take a closer look at the sword and the medals?
Yeah, the sword is mostly ceremonial. I mean, you could use it in a fight, but it probably won't hold an edge like a good steel would.
Got it.
The metals have no significance to you. You don't know what they mean. They're not made out of super valuable metals. Like there's
Why would somebody trap this chest?
They don't want someone to steal it.
It looks like maybe somebody's like loved one's war memorabilia.
Yeah, that's what I was
Hopefully
thinking.
there wasn't a spirit trapped in this chest with that stuff.
There's enough spirits around us anyways. Maybe they'd be happy to get out. But I don't know. Does anybody else want to take a look at this stuff? I'm confused as to why this chest would be trapped. It
Can I
doesn't
see
really
if
seem like.
anything's enchanted that's in the chest.
I would think you'd want to
Has,
like either like put it back or like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take anything.
Yeah.
So are you taking everything out, or are you just kind of shuffling, rifling through the thing?
I guess I mean like I'm not like taking it away, but I'll like pick stuff up and look at it.
Okay. Roll an investigation check for me as you're kind of moving things around.
Can I help him to look through it?
Yeah. Roll with advantage.
All right, that's a good thing. We like advantage
can
because
see
instead of a 9, I get a 21.
As you're kind of pulling things out, looking around for things, you realize that this chest is a lot shallower on the inside than it is on the outside.
We're gonna check for a false bottom.
Okay, go ahead and roll another investigation check with advantage. You got Cassian helping you for this.
Well, thank you, Cassian. You're saving me again. 22.
22. Small pinhole, little sized thing in the corner. If you had something really thin and like a
adamantium lockpick.
Sure, that would work.
I reach over Vikar's shoulder and I pluck out one of his feathers and I hand it
I was
to
gonna
him.
say, like, what about his claws?
That would work.
I will scowl at Cassian and take the feather from him forcefully.
The shit-eating grin on Cassian's face.
I shake my head and I use it to open the pinhole. I stick it in the pinhole.
As you do that, you pull it back and you see that there are silver bars laid out on the bottom of this chest. The total of it, if you had to put gold value on it, there's 5 silver bars, each equaling 100 gold piece in worth. So it's 500 gold.
Okay. Well,
you know what? No, there's 6 because you
Yeah.
guys fuck me up with the numbers every single
I was
time.
gonna say,
Everyone,
we'll split this shit up. Y'all want to take a bar?
I'll take 100 gold pieces worth of bar.
I would say,
hell
I will,
yeah.
I'll take one.
That's not how this works. That's not how this works. You have to take the whole fucking bar and you have to carry
Yep.
that bitch around.
Too late.
How much does a silver bar weigh?
I'm gonna say if it's a silver bar that weighs 100 gold pieces, probably they're not super big because they're only worth 100 gold pieces.
Yeah.
So, like half a pound.
Okay.
I was like maximum. It can't be more than 5.
No.
So there's couple chunks of silver in here, some small silver bars. I'll pass them out.
All right. Do you put everything back pretty much exactly how it was? And
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Do you keep the chest out with you, or do you put the chest back?
I guess I'll put the chest back, but if Kazar wants to take a look at anything, he's more than welcome to.
I'm less stressed after finding something valuable.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a dead person who's pissed that we touched his silver.
Oh, 100%.
Probably. And he's
100%.
probably here.
That's That's why I was like,
Well, it's
we can
done
take this
now,
stuff
so
before we leave.
It is done
Well,
now.
we could if you guys think otherwise, we could put it back until we leave.
How the fuck would we do that?
Or just
We don't need any more cash. We do not need any more cash, especially silver.
Disregard that
And we
thought.
can just...
Well, no, it's 100
No.
gold worth of silver.
bar.
Each.
I mean,
We just
if
got
there's
we
a
just got
spirit
over
here-
100.
If there's a spirit here, he probably knows our intentions. There's no point putting it back to take it in the morning. So like, and we have it in our hands. He's probably gonna be pissed either way, so it's done now.
Well, all right. That's how.
We just
that's
got
how we
over
do it.
100 gold of free shit. I'm not too cheesed about 100 gold.
600 gold.
I was waiting for Tony to
It
say
is
it.
600 gold. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll find out in the morning if it was worth it.
Do you guys want to put it back and leave it?
Nah.
Nah, I think it's done now.
For
If you
Jacob's
dead,
sake,
you
we
don't
can keep
need
it
it.
and rest.
All right, that's fine.
We
Let's
ain't
do that.
getting no fucking
Use
rest
it as a
tonight,
pillow
boys.
While I sleep.
You ain't getting no sleep tonight, boys. Telling you that right now.
Why
Yeah.
not?
I mean, do we want to just walk like an hour and then go to sleep?
Does somebody want to detect good and evil on this box?
Okay, I can cast it again. It's gonna
Yeah,
take me
do
10
it.
minutes.
Do it.
Alright, I'll cast it
You can do
again.
No, you don't actually. You don't sense anything within 30 feet of you.
All right,
All right.
that?
we're
Jacob's
gonna let it
like,
rip. We're gonna let it
fucking
ride.
sleep.
Putting that custom item in my inventory, silver bar.
1 silver bar.
Can I add a weight to this? Yeah, here we go. I can't do half a pound, so I just can do 1 pound.
That's way too heavy. All right, you guys want to go to sleep or do rotations and then go to sleep?
Yep.
For a long rest.
Rotations. I swear we did rotations in a much simpler fashion previously.
How many hours of sleep do we need?
8.
You used
Okay,
to just
well-
alternate between the two elves.
That's
Well,
all you
and
need to
me.
do.
That's all you
I
need.
would. I think I would stay. We would do two people up at a time, and I would stay up with one of them, and then the other one would be up with somebody else.
I thought being in the Underdark, having 2 sets of eyes might be good.
Yeah,
My eyes
take
ain't
a,
worth shit.
I'll take a shift.
Okay, break yourself up into what is that? 3 shifts? 2 shifts? 4 shifts?
2?
9.
2 shifts. Okay.
2
The
shifts
elves-
with 2 people each.
Yeah.
Who's
The 1 elf each. So I'll
so
go with
that would have to be 4 shifts because the elves would each cover 2
Yeah.
shifts.
So humans need what? 8 hours?
Yeah.
So I guess we could do like 10 hours altogether resting. Me and Numot will do like 5 each or some shit, and then you guys can just do like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, and we'll just have 2 hours of fucking.
Elf on elf action.
What if we?
Yeah,
I mean,
me and Numot together.
it could just
Subscribe.
be Newmont,
Like that.
Kazar, and I in 3 shifts. Couldn't we do it?
I'll sleep all
And
night. I don't
solo?
give a fuck.
You have to sleep, Vicar.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you still
but
need 8
but
hours.
but I could only be up for like 2 hours, and we'd still have
How long
enough
ago
time,
is
wouldn't we?
that?
We
But
need
yeah.
to know this. Who is in shift 1?
Me.
Okay.
Good job, Scott.
Who is in shift 2?
I'll do it.
The-
Okay, are we? How are we doing this? I don't.
Just let the elves do it.
Let's
They do that.
let's
Just
just let,
do-
for the sake of
do-
simplicity, let's let the elves each cover a shift. All right.
Yeah, if you do 4 and 4, it's 8, and
Yeah.
then
We're done.
the humans are rested at that point, so you wake up one of the humans to
Wait,
do the
let's
last
just-
2 hours.
Let's just do the 2 elves.
Wait, I thought it was just you only need 8.
So.
Yeah.
Newmont, you said your first shift.
Yes, sir.
All right. I
How
need to
how
go
many hours can Vicar stay up to watch
2
out of this?
max.
2?
Yeah, if you want to get a full 8 hours of rest, you have to be up for only 2
Wait,
hours.
so an 8
Alright.
hours rest includes 2 hours of like watch time, kind of?
An 8 hours rest, I think, includes 2 hours of rest time.
Well, if we do 8 hours of resting, Numot does the first 4 hours, I do the last 4,
Job
and then
done.
you guys split the 8 hours, 2 hours each
Sure.
between you.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I
That's
guess,
kind of what I was
but
saying earlier. Then we always have 2 people on shift.
Okay, so
yeah, but that's a bitch to roll. So we can just do it the way that Jacob was saying, which is just you two. I guess that's what you were saying, yeah.
yeah, it's easier to just do the 2. I mean, if you guys want to
As long as
break
you
it
don't
up,
assassinate me while I'm on guard because I roll poorly and I'm alone, then sure, yeah, that's great.
Oh, I'm killing you. I'm
But,
fucking
like, if
killing
that
you.
happened, then we pissed.
okay. Yeah, it's easiest to have either just the 2 elves do shift 1, shift 2, or have Newmont cover the first 2 shifts, and then you have one person that's there for 2 hours, and another person that's there for 2 hours, and then do the same thing for Kaiser. Break it up that way. It's easiest to do.
Okay,
either
we
4
can do
checks or
that.
2 checks. So do you guys want to be super thorough and do 4 checks, or do you want to just stick with the 2 checks?
I'm down to do 4 checks.
I mean,
If you
we're
guys want to.
In reality, like, we're in the Underdank, and this place is sus. I think
We probably want to be vigilant.
people
I'm
would
not
be
saying the whole
inclined.
time we do this, but
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do
scary.
4 checks.
Yeah.
Okay, so Numa and Vicar are going to be the first.
Yep.
Go
That
ahead
sounds
and
good.
roll your perception checks.
Sorry,
I got a
boys.
21.
Same.
What? 6?
We both got 21s.
Oh, nice.
Okay. That's a pretty high roll. You notice that they're a little bit more active as things are quiet like this. You can hear a little bit more, just a few more footsteps than you were hearing, but nothing like serious. Okay, shift 2, Newmont and someone else. Someone to get a volunteer.
I'll roll it.
Okay.
I can't see shit.
Oh, Jesus.
I got a 22 this time.
Oh, you're so
Wait,
close.
isn't it Kai? Or isn't it Kazra at this point?
No, I take the first
No.
2.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, 25.
25.
Nice.
What'd you get, Newmont?
22.
22. Newmont, you noticed a slight marked difference from your first shift as watch to your second shift. Kai, you're noticing some
Activity.
movement as well. Kazer and 1 volunteer.
Things are picking up, Kaz.
I
Careful.
don't mind rolling. I'm just not good with dark sight.
Yeah, just roll it with disadvantage. I guess, right?
Yeah, you roll this
17.
17.
Pretty good roll for me.
Oof. Okay, so this is perception.
Yep.
Yes.
5. Got a
5.
5.
Okay.
No, it's just a chance.
Kazer, you're kind of you. There's a lot of activity happening around you, and you're starting to see more of these corporeal forms, like they're almost starting to take shape. And then you look over to see if, ask Sid if he's seen it too, and you see an ethereal sword pointed to the back of his head. He's not attacking, but an ethereal sword pointed to the back of his head. And he looks at you, and you see 3 others surrounding you guys, all swords drawn, pointed at you, not attacking. And he looks at you.
Guys, time to wake up.
Everyone, stay where you are. And you,
What can we do for you?
what are you doing in our
Wipe
bastion?
the sleeps out of my eyes. We're just moving through.
How did you get past the defenses?
What
We
defenses?
walked.
Fences?
The defenses, the men at the gate, the ballista. You did. There will be order in this camp. And then he looks around and starts shouting to things that aren't there.
My man, you realize you're
You're
dead, right?
Would you like us to leave? We were just resting here for the night.
Do you say specifically, my man, do you realize you're dead?
Yes.
He gets visibly agitated. He's like, silence! Don't play mind games with me. He's still got the sword pointed at your face.
You'll
You'll be taken.
see how I have a hand that I can't see through, and
You'll
you
be
have a
taken
hand.
prisoner
Don't
and put in the
oh.
barracks until further notice. The Drow are coming tomorrow for peace negotiations, and I will not have disorder in this bastion. Is that understood?
No, it's not understood because you clearly don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think they want peace.
You see
How about
one of the other ones comes over and slaps you. Not enough to do damage, but enough to be like, put you back in your place. As the captain still has his sword point. And you can see this captain is wearing the clothes that you found in that chest. He has
Does the slap connect?
the slap it does connect. There's a corporeal, it doesn't just move through him.
so?
Oh, wow.
Can I? Do we notice that he's wearing the clothes in the?
Yeah.
From the chest.
Mhm.
Can I show you something? I'm gonna say
Show
to the captain.
Show him what?
He looks at you, it looks like he's thinking for a second. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
I haven't done one of those in a while.
We get a. This will be good. Where is it? Performance, perception, persuasion. 19.
19.
Nice.
What are you getting at?
I think that you might not understand what's happening here, and I just want to show you something so that you can decide for yourself.
Men, keep a close eye on the others. You, lead me to what you're talking about.
I'll bring him to the chest and I'll open it and I'll pull his effects out that he's wearing.
As you show him this, he becomes visibly agitated and starts getting really angry. What are you going to do? You're thinking that there's one of two ways this is going to go. And you need to think quick.
I'm going to try to calm him down and say, I understand you're upset. This is a lot. It's okay.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. That was not very convincing. This is going to be a little bit difficult.
Okay.
You're dead, old man.
We get a 20. Dirty.
A 30?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I thought you said 30. I was like, okay. Dirty 20. That's just enough to keep him from outright attacking. You think that it's probably in your best interest, if you don't want to get into an altercation, to leave that room very quickly and perhaps find some way of getting out of here.
Okay, I will leave and I will say, pack up, we're leaving. We have to get out of this bastion. Now.
The 3 other guards around you still have swords drawn. As soon as you start to move, they kind of move forward with their swords, like they're not going to let you go anywhere.
I'm going to say, go check on your captain. He needs your help.
They had direct orders. They are not listening to you.
Yeah.
Is the captain making noise? Is he yelling or?
Not yet, but you think that it might happen soon.
Why don't one of you go and check on your captain? The rest of you can stay here with me. And then...
They don't budge. They're standing there. They have their orders. These are soldiers. They are not moving.
You know, for some dead soldiers, y'all are really good at following orders that don't exist.
The same one slaps you again.
Yep.
The Drow are not coming tomorrow. They're not coming for peace negotiations. They're coming to kill you.
In fact, they already came.
Because you already
You're all dead.
did.
And we're here to hopefully take revenge on those same Drow, but we can't do that if you keep us here at sword point.
That last thing is the only thing that's going to save you from this. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me, Kazir. You can see them getting visibly irritated, angry, and agitated as you start mentioning that they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says that about
24.
24. You can see the guards are looking at each other, like kind of glancing, side-eye glances back and forth at each other. Say, what you're saying is true. You need to avenge us.
And I'll take off my mask and show them that I'm not a Drow, and I'll say, as far as I know, they killed my people, and say it's as much avenging my own family as much as yours. I'll see it done.
I only avenge those who don't slap me in the back of the fucking head.
Shut the hell up, Sid, and I'll grab our stuff and pull Sid out of the camp as we leave the bastion.
Well, actually, it's you guys can still leave if you want to, but you see one by one they start to become like these silvery mists, kind of float off into different directions, and then even from there they kind of fade away even more. And you see,
oh, okay,
you go back to hearing footsteps and hearing things get knocked over and stuff.
Just before he turns into mist, I'm gonna slap him back in the face.
God damn it! God damn it!
All right, we're gonna have to roll initiative here.
God damn it!
Yo, you were so close to just evading that entire encounter.
Sid,
Nobody
what the
hits
fuck?
me and gets away with it. We've learned this already.
They're dead.
Oh.
Okay.
Can we even hit them? So they're corporeal, though.
Well, as soon as Sid slaps the one, they start forming back into corporeal selves.
Oh
again.
my god. If I'm gonna crack Sid across the face with my own hand.
I'm gonna need Cassie.
Oh
what
my
was your
God.
initiative?
You're
Oh
kidding
my-
me, Sid, you
I haven't-
piece of shit.
24.
I'm gonna kick you in the balls twice as hard. I'm gonna roll a natural 40 this time, you stupid
Natural
asshole.
40, yeah.
Kai, what did you roll?
I didn't roll anything yet. We don't need to fight these guys. I got a 3.
Well,
I
it's
know.
too late for that.
You got a what?
I got a 3.
Okay. Sid, what'd you roll?
13.
13. Kazer, what did you roll?
I got 60.
60. 16. Jesus, why am
16.
I'm tired, guys. This is the last one for tonight.
I
and I'm
heard
calling
60 as
Yeah.
well.
That's why I was like, I don't want to fight these guys because we're wasting time on lore that we're not going to get to.
We got the
It. The prodigal son returns.
Ugh. Can we like run
Sleepy
away?
boy. Newmont, what'd you roll?
16.
16. I'm gonna. Cassian's very likely going first. He's gonna maybe figure something out on his turn. Vicar.
I got a 15.
Okay. Cassian, you're up first. I'm going to give you one saving grace for the stupidity of what has happened here. You are a monster hunter. You have dealt with ghosts, ghouls, and spooky things before. I need you to roll a ghost and spooky things check.
Ghost
You
and
can
spooky.
make it whatever you want as long as you can justify to me why you're using it.
Okay.
Ghost and spooky things.
Let's take a look at the old character sheet here, boys.
Spoopy.
App is calling.
Cassian will put down his whip and put his hands in the air. And he'll say, "My friend is frustrated. We have not seen the light of day in many days now."
So I should specify. You were trying to figure out something about these creatures specifically. So you're trying to recall something that you may or may not have learned about this type of entity.
Okay. It's hard. I don't have many stats to justify here.
I would even let survival pass because you're trying to survive.
That's better than my history. That's better than my history, so I'll take it. Oh, that's a natural 16 plus 2.
Okay.
18.
With an 18, the DC was 15.
Okay.
You note that this is a specific type of ghost that believes that they are alive when they're dead. If you bring up the fact that they are dead, they get agitated and will most likely attack you immediately, unless if you can find a way to bring them back down. Usually these type of entities are tied to the place that they died in, and they keep repeating the same day in their minds over and over again. So if you could book it out of here, they aren't going to be able to leave the bastion.
That's what I was thinking.
So you could try to take the fight, or you could try to run. It's up to you. But it's your turn. What are you doing with that information? And no one else knows. Just Cassian until he sells everybody.
Are we in a circle-ish? Kind of grouped up?
Yeah, you guys are kind of almost exactly how you are right there. Like this. Josh, since you are back from the grave, can you throw him in the right map?
He's alive.
He might not be that alive.
Yeah, 1 second.
He ran through another
just
golden
saying.
monkey. Give him a second.
I was gonna run anyway. Just saying.
Cassian will look to the group and very quickly say, "Have you ever seen Groundhog Day with Bill Murray? We gotta go!" And he'll start running. And I'll just dip.
Okay. I'm going to say, for the
In
sake of
direction?
this,
He would know what
Okay,
direction
alright,
we
we're-
would want to go, and he would go in that direction.
I don't know positioning of where you all
that's
are.
fine. Just
so-
throw them all in like a general circle area. That's fine.
That would look so cool. I like the lights.
How many ghosts?
There's going to be 4 of them.
Okay. Position them as you will.
Oh, so spoopy.
So there was one that was right in front of Sid over here.
Oh.
I'm gonna slap.
I'm gonna say
this.
they're kind of spread across. Just try to make sure that they get a good covering on you guys.
It's like we should be like around us, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say the closest exit is probably far. Yeah, let's go far right. So you're gonna take 2 opportunity attacks as you try to get out of here, Cassian.
Okay.
Okay. Well, move your character. How you're gonna move your character? Are you using your action to dash, or are you?
Yeah, I was going to. I'm gonna do 1, 2 here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
No, you take an opportunity attack if you do that.
Over
Yeah,
here?
yeah. So I gotta stop, right?
No, you just get hit, right?
Yeah, he's within. Yeah, if he. Yes.
It would technically 2 opportunity attacks. So why don't we do the first one? Because I'm leaving here.
Yeah.
So that's the first one.
That's gonna be 1. Yeah, we'll piece it up if that's easier for you.
Like if you're gonna
okay.
take it, just do a straight line.
A humanoid that starts its turn within 30 feet and is able to see this must make a 14 charisma saving throw. So go ahead and make a charisma saving throw for me.
Huh?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
Do it for all of them?
That is a 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 fails. You are frightened of this thing.
Describe.
So keep that in mind. You have the frightened condition for 1 minute.
Okay.
You can repeat that save every turn.
Okay.
I also have to figure out how it's going to attack you. Oh, that's a bitch move.
Hi, John.
I'm gonna say that he's not gonna do
Tony,
that.
you're a piece of shit.
He's
Tony,
gonna
you're a
do
piece
it-
of shit.
He's gonna do
Tony, you're a piece of shit.
He's gonna do the bitch move to Sid because that's the one that slapped him. So
He did get slapped.
this is 21 to hit you, Cassian.
Yep.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage and
Take 70.
6 points of necrotic damage. That was a pretty high roll.
Okay. Okay, I can keep moving even though he hits me?
Yep. You can keep moving.
Okay. All right, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would get me here.
Okay. You could.
Dash.
Okay, so there's 2 things that you could do here. You could dash and keep running and take another one, or you could say that you disengaged from the first one and then just ended your turn here, and then you don't take that.
I'm gonna dash.
Okay, so he's gonna try to hit you too. Let's see if this is going to work.
Fucking last.
That is going to be a 14.
Misses.
All right. That ends your turn.
Yep. I'm over
Cassian-
there by the mushrooms.
Cassian has left the building.
Bing, 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 bing.
The corpse goes 5, 10. I'm going to go like this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Just to be for transparency's sake, I would not have actually said the comment about Bill Murray because who's Bill Murray?
Right.
But I would have said they can't hit us outside the bastion. Run, and I would have dipped.
I mean, I was going to let that
Yeah.
slide.
I mean, wait, he talked about who's Bill Murray?
Just
You wanna see
run!
Groundhog Day on DVD on your flat screen television.
My CRT, bro.
All right, this thing is going to try to hit you, Sid. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll
baby.
be 9 points of bludgeoning damage
He keeps clarifying.
and 2 points of necrotic damage.
What are they doing? They like hammers.
Word.
And that's going to end its turn. Kazer, you're up.
All right.
Wait,
give me-
no, it's not starting your turn yet. Okay, yeah, no, go ahead. Wait, no, this is the start of your turn. You need to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Okay.
Which one?
Nat 20 plus 7.
Nat
Jeez,
20.
alright.
You are not frightened of these things.
Okay. Can I move through this big fucking like around this thing?
No, unless if you have a fly speed, no.
The trebuchet, what is that?
I think
That
it's-
is, yeah, it's supposed to be a mangonel, which is a type of trebuchet.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat,
Oh.
Okay.
What tweet?
and I guess I gotta run just past this guy.
So what does Expeditious Retreat do?
It gives me dash.
Oh.
Do you still
Actually,
take
I guess
opportunity
I don't even
attack?
need to if I'm gonna like.
Yeah.
One sec. I
Can you just
wasn't
dash
planning on
instead?
them actually forming a wall here. I'm not gonna lie.
Neither was I. That one's just trying to chase Cassian and stops to hit Sid on the way. It's just
Wait,
how
they
it
can
ends up.
only do one reaction a turn.
That's true, but
Which one? Hit the middle one.
This one.
They both use a reaction. They both cannot take an all.
Okay, I will use my action to dash, and I'll just fucking run out of here then.
Yeah. The safest way to do that is to go up top, and then you'll only take one.
Well, they
One
can't
reaction.
opportunity
Use the
attack.
reaction.
One of them used the reaction, one of them did not.
This
Which
one here.
didn't?
This one used it, so if you ran onto his tile, then diagonally down,
Yeah,
you're good.
like that.
Oh wait, they definitely
Here,
both use their reaction.
Diagonally.
This one did. Oh wait, yeah, they did. No,
This
you're
would
right.
be
You're
sa-
right.
This would be safe either way. No, like here, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
You,
Yeah,
yeah.
good.
Boom.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Whee!
Ah.
Okay. Man, if one of you guys gets left behind, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, you guys. I think I
hope
am
it's Sid if it's
65
anyone.
movement speed away because of where I got placed.
You can fly, Birdman. You can fly.
That
Yeah,
is true. These things are all like hovering. They're on the ground
Wait.
because they just found out they're ghosts, so they're not like flying yet.
John, you can double dash and just fly.
I can dash. I can't double dash. I can
Wow.
dash and get
Disengage.
60.
You can disengage and dash as an action.
Oh, can I?
You can disengage with your roguish whatever it
rogue.
is bonus action, and
Do I
then use
get
your action
both?
dash.
Disengage gives you an 30.
No.
I thought
No,
it just
so
said you can't
disengage
be.
means that you can't be hit. So you could use your cunning action to disengage.
I can just
then use an
attack this
action.
guy and use Raucous Audacity so for the same thing. But the
Do whatever you want to do.
The issue is that it's 65 feet from me here, so I can't technically get off the map.
So you're saying, can he double dash?
I'm sure your friends could pull a corpse through a doorway.
No, but like, can he cunning action dash and then use his action
Yes,
to dash?
but my movement speed is 30 feet, so I get double, which is 60.
Does that not give you another 30?
No, I can't get 90 feet of move.
If you use your roguish audacity to dash and then use your action to dash, you get 90 feet, but you'll take an
Oh.
opportunity attack.
Okay, well that's fine. I mean, if I get double dash, I would rather take an opportunity attack than get attacked by 4 ghosts.
Yeah, that's probably a wise idea.
Yeah, where's... Yeah, it says dash. When you take the dash action, you gain extra movement for the current turn.
Yeah, I didn't know I could dash twice with roguish archetype.
Yeah.
That was what I was off about. All right, well, let's get it on with.
I also missed
Action.
something here, but it's not really going to matter because you guys are about to go into a long rest. If the necrotic damage you take, it reduces your maximum HP by that amount until you take a long rest.
Whose turn is it?
It's your turn. No, it's Numot's turn right now.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh shit, sorry. I thought it was Vickers.
I would spend key point and do Step of the Wind and disengage,
Okay.
and then try to get the fuck out of Dodge.
All right. I think you have enough movement speed to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, 50
Yeah.
feet.
He doesn't even need to dodge or dash.
Okay. All right. So
Come on,
yeah,
help!
you're out of the room. Vicar, now it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to do the double dash, and take my opportunity attack and get
From
the
that guy.
fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 8 to hit you. Missed.
It does not.
Sid, your turn.
seeing all of my friends retreat after I've been so vigorously disrespected, I have no choice but to dash out as well.
Just fight for ghost by yourself. Sure, you could handle it. You're a big
So-
slap happy boy.
I'm out of there.
Ghosts seem terrifying.
Reluctantly and not as my desired action.
Noted.
Kai sees everyone. He's like, okay, bye, guys.
This one, Kai, is going to try to attack you.
Yeah.
You need to. It doesn't matter. I was gonna say you need to roll for frightened for Sid, but it doesn't matter. 14 to hit Kai. That misses.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charisma save?
You are. Yeah, that one misses. This one over by
Oh, yeah.
comes up behind you.
How dare you come up behind me? I'm just
That's a
standing
13.
here.
That's also gonna miss you.
Correct.
All right. Now it's your turn, Kai.
Start of my turn. Charisma save? Or, like, how's that work?
If you can get out, it doesn't matter, right? Or
Well, I mean, I don't know how being afraid of somebody means you can't run towards them, and if I can't run towards these three people, then I can't leave that.
No,
direction.
that's only a certain. There's certain types of fear that do that. So this one is you're frightened for 1 minute. A frightened creature can repeat saving throws with disadvantage, not averting
attacks.
the eyes from the walker. So this one's just for
What you just said.
Yeah, no, this one doesn't limit your movement. There are some that do. This one does
Okay.
not.
Yeah, I was just gonna use a key point and dash and then leave.
Well,
Okay.
that one are. Oh yeah.
So those two get to make opportunity attacks because they.
No,
have-
this one doesn't
No.
because it already swung
use
at
a
me.
key
Oh
point.
yeah, that's right. So this one does. Okay.
But neither of them do because I use a key point.
Oh,
So are you
okay.
using Step of the Wind or what?
Correct.
What are you?
Yeah, key
Okay.
point, use step of the wind to disengage, and then I use dash to get out.
That was a potentially very difficult encounter.
Oh,
that you
really?
guys
I was
went
wondering if
through.
we could we even hit them?
No, you could hit them, but they
Oh,
were
okay.
they were supposed to be a little bit of a tough encounter.
That seems
Nope.
reasonable.
But you guys got the fuck out of Dodge.
Go out of there.
All right. You
You're
guys.
trying to sabotage us out here for real, though.
Yeah. I really threw you a bone with that random check. I don't think you guys would have thought to ask that question, but I was
Yeah,
like, yeah, this could be rough.
I mean, I thought that from the beginning because it seemed like they were tied to the location. I was like, I was going to leave anyway.
Yeah. But you guys, Delaria kind of skirts across the ceiling over to where you guys are and then kind of drops down. And it's like, well, that was interesting.
Glad you think so. Thanks for your help.
See, it's not deserted.
Apparently not. Yeah, you clearly there was something that went down here that wasn't supposed to. Cassian kind of said it already.
Let's find somewhere else to finish our
Yeah.
or the
You
night
guys-
out.
You find a nice, suitable little cave tunnel area and get yourself a long rest.
Hey,
As he yawns.
We like this.
As he
I
yawns.
love
Yeah.
long rests.
Speaking of, I think that's probably a good place to end for tonight.
Yeah. I gotta go to work tomorrow on a fucking Saturday.
Oh, do you? That's
Boo this man.
Boo.
I'm sorry for our loss.
Boo. Nice. That was fun.